G'day, Steel Nation. How you going? It's Mark here, Mark Davidson from Steel Nation Australia.
What's going on? Let's continue! What's that? Let's go! Baby! Yes! Yes! Let's go!
What's the deal with the schedule?
So I think the stereotype that we heard Foster's, and the first Foster I saw was in Pittsburgh. It's a true story.
Yeah,
The
I've
first
only
ever
seen-
Foster I saw was in America. I've never
Well, I
seen one
thought that
again.
was like Australia for biz.
For what? Steel Nation, what's going on? Welcome back to Steel Nation Australia. If you are new here, welcome to Steel Nation Australia. I know it's very late. It's very, very late, but I just got done doing some work. I work from 6 a.m. to 2:30 my time, or to almost near 3 p.m. Super late, but this is the first time I can talk about Tomlin again. I'm not over it. I'm not over this move. I think things are going to change completely. I think that this is like now we're talking about Tomlin and the offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, teams coordinator in Danny Smith. Everything's going to change, and there are a lot of players probably not going to come back. There could be no Cameron Hayward. There's no Rodgers. There's no possibly there could be a Traver TJ. Whoever comes in for our out in the I always think that too. By the way, I always think about the East Coast. My show for America is always thinking about the East Coast. I never think about the West Coast. So West Coast 8:30, so it's a late night. And I need to do more podcasts. I need to do more Steelers talk. And I was going to make a video. I thought, fuck it. I need to be live right now because I have so much to talk about in terms of Steelers. But this does feel different. It feels like a lot of change. I'm going to bring on DB. He's going to come on Monday and talk football. Of course, we have, the podcast with Barbara and Shano with the Dynasty podcast next week. But I feel like things have just changed. You know what? Some people are really freaking happy. They're super happy. I look through the internet and the YouTube negative cycle. Some people are really happy, but I see some shout outs for Tomlin on the Christian 46 podcast. I put a comment out there. It got 40 odd likes, which is fantastic. And I'm going to go a few things through that. But I see a lot of videos where people are ecstatic that the guy lost his job and they're not paying any respect towards Tomlin, which is crazy to me. But this right now, Steel Nation, things will never be the same in terms of it is definitely an end of an era, like 110%. The fact that now Tomlin's gone and someone's got to step up, they're going to change offensive coordinator, DC, players, schematics. Things will definitely change. This is now like from me being a fan since 2002 to Tomlin being a coach for the majority of that to winning a Super Bowl to having, playoff success and to the recent playoff failures. All that above and beyond, it's going to be very, very different. And I don't know what's going to happen. I hope they can sign, players back like Gainwell, or what's going to happen with Calvin Austin. Do we see like a new roster? There's going to be so many changes. And yes, Afton, that's what I'm going to talk about today too. I'm going to talk about this. I have a few things. You know what? And also, people are in their feelings, and I get like sometimes my worldview can be shaped by one comment or one tweet or one person's opinion, but Steel Nation is worldwide, and there are many people and players who are giving him respect that he does deserve, and maybe it was his time for him to walk away. I saw a tweet out there saying that he's not going to be doing a press conference. I would love to hear a press conference or read his book or something like that. Even though I've got a lot of books to read. I've got Troy's one. I've got The Locker Room here. I don't fucking read. I listen to podcasts and I watch TV. I'm not a reader. But I've got books that I should read. But he won't be doing a press conference about it, I heard. He's just going to fall into life. And maybe that Tomlin is just going to family stuff now. He's got the young daughter, I think. And I'm going to show her photo in a minute. I'll show it now. He's got young daughter that he went to. He was here looking very happy, cheering his daughter on in gymnastics. So that's his life now after football. But I would love to see a press conference and him get his recognition. Maybe we have to wait until he goes on TV, which is a possibility. Or maybe we have to wait until Tomlin goes into the Hall of Fame. But I see channels out there celebrating his fucking, oh, I'm so happy he's gone. Don't be happy just fucking yet. Don't be happy just yet, because we don't know what's going to happen in terms of the next coach. There's no guaranteed promises that a successful coach will come next. I hope they do. I really do. I hope we can win championships, and when the Steelers can go on another run to get a good coach in a row 4 times in a row. But there's no guarantees that the grass is always greener, because things are going to change. So yeah, it's very cool to see him, celebrating and out and about. If I was behind Tomlin, I'd definitely give him a high five or a fist bump or something to say hello. But yeah, I'm still not over it, man. I'm still looking through this and thinking maybe if Tomlin could have run it back one more year. I heard there was tweets out there too that I think this pissed me off too. There was tweets that they're saying the locker room cried, and people are saying that's weak. Don't get it. If you had your coach for a million years and he was your coach for each and every day you saw him, of course you're going to tear up and show some friggin' emotion. The fact that he's hanging the bootlaces up the last time. TJ Watt won't never play with him again. Cameron Hayward neither. Aaron Rodgers came here to be a part of it. So they were probably shocked. I thought they was going to run him back one more year. I thought one more year, yes, they failed. And maybe Mike Tomlin was stepping away to hopefully give the organization, a clean break and a chance for him to succeed, whatever he does and what the Steelers do. And I'm very excited for the new coach, but a bit like the grieving process, I don't understand how I can so quickly go into who's going to be head coach, who's going to be offensive coordinator. I don't care just yet. You know what I mean? I don't care just yet. I still want to talk about his legacy and what he means to the team for 19 years. And the fact you just go, well, who's going to be this? We'll talk about that. We're still in playoff mode. We're still on got to find out who's going to win the next, 8 teams. There's 8 teams left until Super Bowl, right? There's even college football to talk about too. So I find that stuff interesting, how we just move so quickly. We move so quickly into the next point, like the next cycle of, who's head coach, who's offensive coordinator, who's this guy, who's that guy. It's very, very crazy. Alrighty, let's see who's in the chat, and I'll go through some comments. And I got something I want to bring up too. I want to bring up Tomlin's wife made a really good message on Instagram, kind of like a farewell thing too. He's been our coach for 19 years. Let's put it that way. So what's going on, Afton? What's going on? How are you? G'day, TD. G'day, Jetta. What's up? G'day. There you go. It's a ganger hour at the. It's so good. What up, Chloe? What's going on? I probably should, but I've got Troy's one, right? I need to. I think way too much about stuff. I'm never I'm always distracting myself with books. I've got this one. I should read it. I use this stuff for my microphone and stuff. But yeah, it's I just got to distract myself and give myself time to read and zone out and not think. I'm all about the instant gratification of what's next, that kind of thing. What up, 376? I'm happy. Oh, there you go. I'm not hating on Tomlin, but I need something fresh. The style's been stale for a long time in offense and defense. A fresh face to rejuvenate the fan base. I agree with you too, to a certain point. I would love to see Tomlin run it back for one more year, but maybe he thought his time was up. 19 years is a long time. I understand a fresh face, but I just don't understand. I don't get how people are celebrating and I think that there's blokes out there on the internet. The Kevin Adams bloke who runs a podcast, he's absolutely cheering. He is absolutely beyond joy that he's gone. I don't think it does very good for his legacy. TD, I'm glad that his staff will be gone too. I think everyone's going, to be honest. I think it's a clean house, sweep the leg. I think everything's going because OC, DC, I think even teams now. Danny Smith has been reported. Do I have his photo? I do. Danny Smith's been reported to go to the Buccaneers, or has a job. Do I have his photo? Well, let me delete this photo. Yeah, Danny Smith's been reported to go to the Buccaneers as a team's head coach, and we all know who Danny Smith is. So he's been there 13 years. So there's a change up. There's a shake up now. There's definitely a shake up from what we thought possibly could have been last year or 2 years. And then, DC is I think they're a free agent. So I don't know. I'm a bit worried about this stuff. What up, Matty P? What's that rumor? I don't know what the rumor is. Let me know what the rumor is, because I don't fall for any of this shit. I'm sick of these fucking rumors, man. That's why this channel, I won't do clickbait and I won't do the negative press. So I don't understand it. But you let me know what it is, what's going on. There's also, I think, you're 332 in Sydney as well. Matty P's back in the chat. Hope you can do some more podcasts, mate, in the future, and you can maybe get back to your channel too if you get some time. There's no guarantees, but what has been guaranteed is mucky middle, Groundhog Day, over and over. By the way, I love Groundhog. That Groundhog Day. What's that movie called? Groundhog Day. Great show. Great movie. I get what people are saying, and I get that you need a fresh start, but I just think there's no guarantees something happening being great being next. And I think when people start to celebrate him being gone, there's going to be a lot of change. We don't know what players are coming in. We don't know what the offensive coordinator or defensive coordinator is going to have. And maybe I'm not a fan of change. I just maybe wanted to see one more year happen. I wanted to see one more cycle, one more go around. And I would have preferred to see him end on a winning streak, but it's happened. And I just think sometimes the fan base, we just move way too quickly. Someone retires, like, next man up. The coach retires. Who's a head coach? I get it, but it's just very frustrating. We must be in very different circles of people I know are happy and quite happy and appreciate everything he did. I must have the wrong algorithm or something. I do see a lot of that's why I'm going to go down the route of looking into a lot of happy things. And like I said, we're going to bring DB on the show next Monday and talk some fun Tomlin things and Tomlinisms and some fun Tomlin stories. So, yeah. But I do want to get into something. If Matty can share that rumor, that'd be fantastic. Yeah, it's crazy. 19 years as a coach, bro. We're not going to have him do the funny one-liners or, give our chance for the playoffs. And I understand it didn't work, didn't go well in the end, but it was super fun to see him coach on the sidelines. Alrighty. I don't want to know. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, more good times than not with Coach T. The memories are very appreciated. 110%. I agree. What up, Daniel B? Highlights? What's going on? Do I even want to read that out? He knocked up a bartender, tried to buy us on $2 million. She refused an abortion. The baby was born last few months. Marriage on the rocks. It was broke. Come on, that can't be real. If that was real, wouldn't that be around the news cycle like ESPN? Why would Tomlin? Okay, I won't entertain the idea. No. I won't. I don't believe that. I'm gonna Afton again. Holy smokes, Dante, what's going on, mate? Did you pick two things I want to talk about? I don't believe that's real. I can't be real. There's no way. Yeah, you just picked up two things I want to talk about. To be honest, that's what my show's about. The post about his daughter being at the gymnastics, and I want to bring this up because this deserves a lot of attention. That can't be real. There's no fucking way that's real. On the internet now, you don't know what's real, Matty P. You and I have been doing podcasts for a long time. And like I said, maybe we can try and tee something up. Maybe next week we can do a podcast to get you back in the loop. But I do miss talking to you. It's fun talking to you. Still talk with you, bro. Like on the internet now, the AI version, bro, like there are things out there. You look on Facebook and someone puts something in a quote, right? A quote like this. And then they put a post or a picture of someone and makes it feel like it's real. But that there's no fucking... Okay, wait. There's no way. He's a happily married man. There's no way. I don't think he'd do that. Not a big enough broad brush. Like, there's no way. There's no way. He's a happily married man. There's like, you would not do that kind of business. 50-year-old man. What's he doing at a bar anyway? What up, Yuli? What's going on? Alrighty, let's get into some few things. Yeah, I will eventually. I will eventually talk about coaches next week or the week after. I will. It's still hitting me though that this coach Mike Tomlin is not our coach for next year, and also the draft is next year in Pittsburgh. It's in fucking Pittsburgh, the draft. So I'm going there, And that I thought that Mike Tomlin would have been there in part of the war, Pittsburgh Steelers war room, which Maddie used to do a show on. They don't have that. There's no Mike Tomlin. There's no Mike Tomlin going towards these pro days. He loves football. There's only Omar Khan and Andy Weidel. There's no OC. There's no DC. There is Pittsburgh bones, bare bones. There's no fucking coaches from there last year and no players. The logo that we know can be completely different, and that is something that I can't get my head around. Right. Okay, it has to be something fake. Hey, if you want to come on, and I'm still on, come on. If you want to come on for the last 20 minutes or whatever, I'll send you a link. Let me know. Let me know. Okay, New Year, new. That's crazy. That's crazy. All right. I do want to give a shout out to Tomlin's wife, and I got to zoom in for this guy. I can't read that off my computer. It's way too small. Can you guys read that? Hopefully you can. Anyways, this was on Kaya Tomlin's page. That's Mike Tomlin's wife, and she wrote this really cool stuff. Breaking a legacy forged in Coach Tomlin. As many of you are aware, my husband has stepped down from his position as head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'll take a moment to share something from my heart. I'm incredibly proud for all he's accomplished, both on and off the field, over the past few days. The messages, testimonies shared by current and former players, the men who knew him best, have been moved deeply, and they affirmed what I've always known to be true about his purpose and character. His mission began long before the titles and headlines back when we first met in college has never been wavered. So she's talking about not just winning championships, and this is what I fucking hate about the Fire Tomlin crew and some of the people out there that just think about things just one thing. You have to do this. There's not real humans. Oh, they didn't win a Super Bowl this year. Fire Coach Tomlin. It's frustrating because this bloke has affected so many people's lives in terms of players, coaches, being a mentor, people on the internet. There's probably a lot of people out there that love the fact that he's positive role model for who he is as a coach and a leader of men, a leader of women, right? This stand-up fucking bloke. And she goes on to say more about this. More than a coach, is he just overall mentor for life? And sometimes you need these positive figures, I think, in your life. And, what he did for us and how just fun he was. Like, he hasn't passed away or nothing, but you got to give him due where he is, right? From the very beginning, his purpose was clear: to help young men become great individuals. Coaching fatherhood became the avenues through which he lived out in that calling. To me, the man who passed through his locker rooms over 30 years of coaching, going back to when he was DC, with with the fucking Buccaneers, our own children, the hundreds of young people across the region he's personally poured into. That's his true legacy. Not just they are his coaching tree, and that is the achievement we are most proud of. People talk about his coaching tree all the fucking time. They don't talk about his overall impact on the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people and players, and the coaches under him or whoever that he positively affected each and every day. And I'm also going to bring up a Shazier story too. This is me giving as much credit to him as I can, because to me he's been a really fun coach. He's been our coach for Tomlin. He won a Super Bowl. He's done really good. Yes, the wins all weren't always there, but he's done a lot of good. Right. And they go on to say she talks about the Coach T collection was one of my ways I could share his mentorship with the world, capturing his lessons, discipline, and mindset that shaped many lives. While I don't yet know what our next chapter looks like, what I do know is that I am deeply grateful for the journey of Coach T collection represented. So maybe I need to go onto that website and buy some, merchandise and buy some shirts. And the last one pretty much is just thanking Pittsburgh and thanking, all the fans. Thank you, Pittsburgh, for your support, your words of kindness and warm reception our family has received over 19 years. So Steel Nation, to me, this is bigger. This is bigger than the fan base, that does give a lot of hate. This is just pretty much the players and organization and people who have connected him for many, many years, sharing their gratitude towards him for him being a leader of men, a leader of women, and just a positive impact on people. And I think we need those kind of people in society. I think it's really good to have that. If you're going through a down day, look up a Tomlin quote and get your act together, right? Or watch a funny video of him or a podcast where he's not preaching, but talking about good things and how to be a positive role model. And he's definitely affected many college players or many players coming out of college that turned into the NFL. Him and Big Ben's relationship. I also want to bring up him and Shazier's. If you didn't see that tweet too, there was a one from Shazier. Did I? I don't know if I did it. Maybe I'll make it into another video another day. But I do want to talk about that. Shazier had a crazy long ass message talking about Mike. Let me find it. Shazier, pretty much how he helped him back to walk again. Shazier had his accident where he got injured, couldn't walk, and Mike Tomlin was there to help him out. Sometimes that shit's bigger than winning a fucking playoff game, right? That's why I get so fucking animated about this. Mike Tomlin message. And it's easy to say, see you later, mate, goodbye. Oh, I can't believe he's gone, right? Even someone said, someone shared on let me read some of it, right? Ryan Shazier says this: winner, leader, fighter, friend, 2 decades of leading this organization with unshakable belief, a standard that never wavered. Coach Tomlin, you changed my life in many ways that go beyond football. From the moment you drafted me, you saw something in me. And by the way, Ryan Shazier was going to be an absolute superstar. If he didn't do his injury and the neck and couldn't fucking walk, right? Couldn't feel his legs, he would have been an absolute superstar. Shazier says, from the moment you drafted me, you saw something in me, pushed me to be great. Those late night film sessions, just you and me grinding through defensive schemes while everyone else went home, that meant everything to me. What you did in that hospital room, holding linebacker meetings from my bedside, never let me feel alone from a single second. That when I realized you weren't just my coach, you were family. You kept me on the roster for 3 years while I fought to walk again, 100%. Pittsburgh Steelers kept Shazier on the roster just to get him back to walking, which is an insane feat. Never once made me feel like I was anything less than a Steeler. And then this year, when I didn't know what was next, you brought me back home to your coaching staff. You believed in me again. I think Shazier was around the building, right? I think he was around there. You gave Pittsburgh 19, and maybe possibly could Shazier be a deep defensive coordinator, possibly. You gave Pittsburgh 19 years of unwavering leadership, never compromise on what this organization stands for. Thank you for seeing me when I was 21. Thank you for holding me up when I was 25 and couldn't move my legs. And thank you for giving me purpose again at 32. Let me repeat that. From Shazier, Ryan Shazier, a player, and just one player under Mike Tomlin, and we talk about his fucking coaching all the time, one player. You gave Pittsburgh 19 years of unwavering leadership, never compromise on what this organization stands for. Thank you for seeing me when I was 21, Ryan Shazier. Thank you for holding me up when I was 25 and couldn't fucking move my legs, Ryan Shazier. Thank you for giving me purpose at 32, Ryan Shazier. So he must have been around the building, I'm pretty sure, for the Pittsburgh Steelers. You made me believe, hashtag Shelly forever coach. That's a really good freaking post from Ryan Shazier. And you hear all this negative fucking nonsense about, oh, I'm so glad he's gone. He's done, he's missed. That's only the fan point. I'm seeing like from former players like Christian 46. Now I know Debo Harrison called him out and said he shouldn't be a future Hall of Famer. I disagree with that. But there's many people out there, many players out there sending fucking great messages. When I read that Shazier one today, I was like, that is unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Those are the good things about football, right? So I don't know. I just wanted to he does. He definitely does. He I don't know, man. I think it's because he was cut. He was cut, right? I think Moats mentioned that a few years ago back Shazier and Tom were inseparable. And you go back and watch the Ryan Shazier football. He was flying all over the park. So I think and I understand that too. And I don't want to stay there too far, but the fact that Ryan Shazier gave him the utmost respect for it. Thank you for seeing me when I was 21. Thank you for fucking holding me up when I lost my legs. And thank you for giving me purpose at 32. That to me is an absolute winner. Like Shazier's a winner. Mike Tomlin is a winner. And there are many people like that too. Holy freaking dilly. Steelers. G'day, Steelers. I saw those rumors just then. I don't believe them. That makes no sense. There's no way that's true. If that was true, the wife would come out. If that was true, they would be on the news. If that was true, there'd be there's nothing is true about that at all. And I mean at all. Yeah, I don't know what that even means. Elor says maybe our next coach will have career. Well, I think that's discrediting Tom. I think Tom was quite smart, to be honest. You know, Yuli says, when do I get an interview with the Roonies? I heard they're like young. You never know. I did see that as well. Bringing up Shazier because he did what he did, I guess. Look, he had a bit of trouble too, but I don't think so. I had to bring up Shazier because he is that's an outstanding post to me. It's a fantastic post. What up, Randy? What's going on? Where are the champions? Right here, Steel Nation. We'll be back. We are heading in the right direction. Champs. Hoorah. Yeah, I don't know. The Debo thing's kind of funny too. The James Harrison Debo thing is interesting. I think it's because he was cut. I feel like because he's on his show doing his thing, and I've got so much respect for Debo too, and Mike Tomlin. But I think because when Debo was cut or when he was like pushed aside and he was on the back burner of the depth chart, Mike Tomlin went in favor of the younger rookie, which was TJ Watt, correct? And then Debo Harrison was pushed to the back, and then that's when he went to the Bengals or whatever. Or did he go no, he went to the Patriots. He went to the Patriots. So, hooly dooly. Thank you, Randy. Checking in for it. Yeah, I just did the spare of the moment, man. Spare of the moment. I wanted to give more shout out to Mike Tomlin. I'm not moved on from it yet. I don't think I have to be. We're getting into the playoff football. That is like, Bears and all these other teams. I haven't even thought about playoff football. I'm not even sure if I'll watch some of it. I'm probably more keen, to be honest. I might even go down to the Winners Pub and watch Indiana versus Miami. I'm thinking about going to the pub on Tuesday to watch that and have some schooners and some feed and have a feed too. So, Lewis says Harrison never handled getting yeah, 100%. 100%. And I think that's why he's maybe a bit cut about it all. But yeah, my point of this video really is I know a section of the fan base is pissed off. Or they were pissed off, and now they're quite happy and relieved he's gone. But at the same time, don't wish for, the grass being greener. The grass is, is the grass green on the other side? We don't know yet. And I know there's going to be a clean slate, a fresh start. I get that. I'm excited too to find out who comes and what quarterback we get, what players sign back up, what coaches we get, all that kind of stuff. But I do want to give him credit for where credit is due in terms of the players. Even Christian 46 did a podcast about him. Rodgers and TJ Watt, it's a big shock to their system. We got fucking slammed. No one's really talked. You know what's funny? No one's really talked about the game. Not too many podcasts out there have even talked about the actual game. The Texans played much better from outside, with Danielle Hunter and those guys on the edge. They took care of business. They rushed the quarterback. Offensive line fell over. They couldn't get quick passes. They had no real running game. Offense was down, 7-6 with 1 point in the fourth quarter. Fumbleitis, Rodgers, next minute to the house, game's over, And maybe the writing was always on the wall for Tomlin leaving, but there's time and we're getting there ready for the draft. Like, there's time for the next few weeks to talk about coaches and who's coming in. I just want to give credit where credit was due. I don't think so, though. That can't be true. There are many videos I think people want more proof to come out before they risk a defamation lawsuit. To be honest, a Michigan football fan reminds me. I don't think so. Don't think so. I doubt it, to be honest. I think AI is crazy these days. If you haven't heard about that in Australia, I will be sure with who the hell is Coach Sharon? Never heard of him. Never heard of him. Possibly. But that's all the kind of the news I wanted to bring up today. If you guys got any questions, put some questions out there. I just wanted to give him credit, man. I think it's been such a fucking fun time. For 2007 is when I graduated high school, and I was 17 years of age, and now I'm 36 or whatever that is. So like 19 years of football by one coach, and now the whole identity of the team is going to be changed. For good or for worse, for great or for terrible, right? The whole identity of the team is going to be different, and we don't know who's going to be the head coach. A lot of rumors. There's a lot of coaching, interviews coming up very soon. I think the Steelers have a few defensive-minded coaches in mind. Shula, all these kind of names and all these. I don't even know. There's a million. Coach Reagan. Coach Reagan. Like there's so much things. There's so many things happening. What up, EJ? Just said I just finished the lawns. Yeah, dude. I just wanted to go live, man. What up, EJ? He's from New Zealand. Just finished the lawns. Cracked a beer, and whoa, Steel Nation Aussie is live. Fantastic. G'day, everyone out there. He was a head coach at University of Michigan, cheated on his wife with his assistant Paige Shivers. There were Twitter posts around then December it all came out. I don't know. Yeah, let's do it, Matty Peverill. Let's do it the last half an hour. Let's have a crack, dude. Let's do it. I'll send you a link. I haven't spoken with this guy for like fucking 10 months. Let's get him on the show. All right. Where's me send button? Wait a minute. Let me send the email. Matty P, coming back to the podcast, the Steelers podcast space. Been missing in action. Do I still have your thing on? Yeah, I do. All right, I'll send it to the one starting with N for November. And let me grab my headgear. All right, send it. Yeah, these days you don't know what to believe, do you? You don't know. There's that many rumors. What do you know what to believe? Where's me fucking... Hold up. Wait a minute. Ray gun reset. I need to find my headgear. Hold up. Oh, this would be cool. It is fun. Hang on.
I'm speaking. Can you hear me? Can you ask me a question? Yes.
All righty. So while we wait for the one and only Mr. Matty Peverill to come to the show, you know what? I'll be the head coach. I want to send Mike. I'm gonna find out a way to send Mike Tomlin a letter. I'm gonna figure it out. How to send him a letter. But yeah, HDU president, please send a personal letter to Mr. Rooney to become the next. There's no way I can be head coach. The head coach, you need to take control of the locker room. I can't do that. I don't know. I know football, but I don't know how to play fucking football. But yeah, that would be interesting. That's for sure. There were rumors. I just don't believe it, to be honest. I don't think it's a fact. I don't think that would be a fact. Anyways, we'll see when Matty comes on. We'll get his take about Mike Tomlin. But I'm telling you, let me know, Gene. This will be different. Everything's going to be different. I feel like TJ Watt's not even safe. I feel like I don't know. Hopefully Darnell Washington comes back from injury. He's safe. What's going to happen to our O-line? Does Dylan Cook play left tackle? Do we have Jones back there? There's going to be someone come in and build for the draft again. Maybe go and buy some players, but there's going to be some crazy difference, I think, from last year to this year. New coach, new regime, everything. Everything's going to be different. But it's going to be fun too. I've had a couple of days since the bomb dropped. I'm okay with it now. It's a right move forward for the team. I move Coach T. I guess maybe love Coach T. Wish him all the best. Just don't coach AFC team again. Yeah, well, we don't know what's going to happen in terms of, does he go into TV? Does Coach Tomlin sit the year out? It looks like he's having a good time already. Right? I could be, yeah. I could teach him how to drink beer. I never used to be a beer drinker. I love it now, though. Just the clean, crisp taste of a fresh beer is something different. You just want one and then another one. But yeah, it looks like he's enjoying himself. Where's the picture? He's out here watching his daughter do gymnastics, having a good time. We'll hear him go to a podcast shortly, and that'd be fun. And then Steeler Nation now is getting into the one era's fading into the next, right? And there could be the thing that gets me is if we have the next head coach, right? Let's say it's Chuck Noll 1-4, Bill Cowher 1-1, Tomlin wins 1, and then the next coach that comes in, and they're a really good coach, and let's say they go 11 and 6 or something like that. have a chance for the playoffs. This year they get close, or next year they have a winner. Does TJ Watt get a playoff win? You know, and then does the next coach have a Lombardi? And that'd be crazy to have 4 coaches in a row each win a Lombardi. So no matter what you say about Mike Tomlin, he won a Super Bowl. He's got 193 wins, countless AFC North championships. Like, imagine the next person coming in. The fact that 3 head coaches before you, and if you're a first-time head coach, if you're a previously offensive coordinator, that's a lot of pressure. I know people will say there might not be, but that is a lot of pressure. Yeah, a lot of pressure to go from Chuck Noll to Bill. So 4-1-1, Chuck Noll, Bill Cowher, Tomlin. For our great franchise, if we can win 7 and tell a lot of teams to shut the fuck up, that'd be fantastic. Holy Dooley. Shula would be legend. Now he's a son of the other bloke, right? Who's the other guy? Is it Don Shula or someone? Who's that guy? He's the great football coach. What was Don Shula? He was a Miami Dolphin guy, right? So he's a son. I don't know too much about it, to be honest. There you go. So Shula, if he's part of the coaching program, you never know. You know what I'm saying? Add Jesse James minted to the list. I don't know who they're going to choose, to be honest. Maybe Matty will know more than I do. But at the same time, this could be interesting from a Pittsburgh Steelers fan perspective to see, like, Noll, Cowher, Tomlin. The next person comes in. What if we see a coach for the next, 10 years, 15 years? Like, oh my goodness. And just going to be nuts. It's going to be crazy. All righty. He's the grandson. There you go. And I don't know too much about Shaw. I know a little bit about him. Was he a coach for the Miami Dolphins? Did really well with them? I don't know. I haven't looked too much into it. But yeah, what's going on, Great One? How are you? But yeah, this is something where from this point onwards, it's the change is going to be absolutely different. With this could all go backwards. I hope we don't go into Brown Town and look into being a Cleveland Browns state of affairs where we're chopping changing coaches every fucking 3 years. Our quarterback situation has not worked out just yet. It was a fun ride. With fun ride with Aaron Rodgers, that's for sure. I think he's coming on. I think he's probably getting ready. He's not here yet, but he's coming on. It's like the it's like the hype up. If you're still listening, Matty, the hype is real. The fan base wants you. They want you back. They want Matty's insight. I haven't spoken to Matty for I think on text twice or 3 times in 6 months. The hype is real. He's been a busy bloke. He's been watching Steelers football. The hype is real. He'll come in here soon when this message goes off. Here you go. Yes, yeah, there you go. The hype's real. The pre-draft. Yeah, this is what we're at now. This is what sucks too. Once you're eliminated, and I'm not doing any fucking mock drafts until April. I don't care about that stuff. I'll talk about anything else. There's more change for me. Like, you don't even know if our offensive, we're not even sure if Danny Smith's coming back. Guy being there for 13 years. Like, everything's up in the air. Like, we don't even know what kind of coach we're gonna get in terms of a DC coach, or we got an offensive coordinator with different schemes, different things. I know there was a few names out there the other day that the Steelers have. Let me bring it up too. I've got Steelers coaches interviews. I think one of the people are tracking it. Maybe Steelers Depot is tracking it. Yeah, there's like this guy called Shalice. There's a past game coordinator, defensive coordinator, Shula. So he's the grandson. Anthony Weaver, Miami Dolphins defensive coordinator. So things move fast. I get it. And I'll get there soon. Minter, DC from Chargers. There's Flores from Minnesota Vikings. That was a hot name too. Ivero, the Carolina's Panthers defensive coordinator. DC from the Green Bay Packers. Kubiak from 49ers. Like, there's so many cool things. There's so many cool things that SEN's tracking it too. Okay, sweet. So he was the bloke who got them to 17-0. There you go. Yeah, 100%. They used to do some good podcasting. Yep, for sure. Shannon White. He's in my intro for sure too. But yeah, Shula got to the Finns to 17-0 in 1972. Not like it happen again, but that's his pedigree. Yeah, I guess he's got a lot of his name has a lot to live up to as well. But that's what's also exciting too. Where I guess when Mike Tomlin was a changeover in 2007, people were obviously skeptical, but then he went on to build his brand and legacy too. It's like starting a new franchise in Madden. You know, you start 0-0, and you see what happens next. So we will get to definitely the exciting time. Yeah, thank you, great one. Yeah, definitely, man. It was fun. It was good fun. So I'm excited to bring him on. I haven't fucking spoken to the guy in ages, in a long time. Hurley Durley. There you go. Don Shula had the most coaching. I've probably seen, a podcast or not a podcast, NFL films about him for sure. Sure, the most coaching wins in NFL history, but only won 2 Super Bowls. So yeah. Jesus. Oh man, I saw your comment too, Toddy, as well. It was a really good comment on one of the posts. I can't remember where it was. I think I liked it or something. But yeah, a lot of Steelers fans would say he's a bum. I can't believe that. But yeah, Clay Kubiak was intriguing. Insane. He's coming, Shaw. I told you the hype is real. The hype is real. So those were some of the names, right, that the Steelers are getting into. Nate Schalise, LA pass game coordinator. Do the Steelers go with a DC or OC for off? Like, I think it's going to be interesting, whatever they do, in terms of how they run their offense and how they run their defense. They're going to have to fill probably 3 or 4 positions in what coach. If you bring in Brian Flores, does he bring his mates? If you bring in Chris Shaw, does he bring his mates? Right? What up, Jerry? What's going on? Yeah, it's just so new. It's just so new. Yeah, everyone's like, all right, let's play a quick video. We'll see if he comes in after this. I don't know yet because I don't know. Quick little, let me play a little, I don't have too many, am I allowed to play this still? I think I am.
The hold. Here's the boot by Loop, and that kick is no good. No good. It's wide right. No he good. Missed it. Loop missed it. And your Pittsburgh Steelers are AFC North champions.
Oh, baby! Oh, baby! What did we just witness here, Rob? Oh, my goodness!
I got to tell you, that's still one of the best moments, I think, in like Steelers versus Ravens history. At least top 5. And I understand we got booted out of it, but at least we took out the Ravens first. And we all thought that game was over. I know the Texan game sucked, but Gene said he had a good time. Afton was there. It was a good game to watch if you're not a Steelers fan, but it was still a crazy game to watch, right? But that game versus the Ravens, I think that will go down in history. Like, that's something where, yes, we didn't win a playoff game after, but at the same time, the fact that the Steelers, that happened, like, that was insane. I was here. I thought it was all over. I was legit thinking our season is done, washed up, we're terrible. You know, we lost by a field goal. Next minute, wide right, the crowd goes crazy. It's some of the most amazing scenes you've ever seen. So, at least there you go. At least like we have that kind of memory out of it too. And Yuli says, I can't believe we're getting rid of. Are we getting rid of Danny Smith, or is he just not? Now, I did see a post that he's applying or getting interviewed for the Buccaneers. Is the ruling out there that Steelers aren't going to bring him back? Because he's been there 13 years too. And his teams has done really well. So I don't know what's going to happen there. I don't know. It's very crazy. Yeah, I don't know if the Steelers are getting rid of him, but maybe they that's a fair point. Picking up a new staff will shake up a lot of things. Yeah, there's a track account down there too, because Harbaugh went to the Giants, and by the way, I don't like Harbaugh's Harbaugh. I have no hate or whatever against him. Harbaugh's Wayne Harms for us and the Ravens, right? But I reckon Harbaugh is going to make the Giants go to the playoffs. I think now they can win their division. His presence and his overall leadership, and I think his coaching style to getting the Ravens back to back, always having a chance, he's going to probably get the Giants to a playoff chance too. Great one says, I want an offensive coach, but a defensive coach is fine. I was going to get a good OC and doesn't meddle. Originally thought they were going to get the defensive coach, but now it's up in the air. We don't know. I don't think anyone knows. Like, I don't think anyone knows what's happening, if that makes sense. But yeah, now it's like the coaching watch because you have Harbaugh's going to the Giants. I did see a tweet out there the other day. I do all my stuff on Twitter. If you guys want to check me out, Steelers Oz. So at Steelers OZ is where I read. And by the way, if you see me retweet something, then that means I'm pretty much talking about the next day. Well, I retweet most things and grab all the photos. Even like a former receiver, Nate Washington, he put up a photo of Nate. It says, "Where's your head at? Where's your expectations?" And then Mike T's had so much what do you call it? Just positive views. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have the big return, the biggest return of them all. He hasn't been doing podcasts for what feels like 10 years. It's been a long fucking time. We're going to give a big 100% round of applause for Matty P. What's going on, Matty? What's happening? Mate, you're live. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay. All right. Good start. Welcome back, mate.
I was going pause. Right. Back to the issues.
Wait. Hang on a minute. Let me do this. So, what's been going on? No big news been happening, really. What's been happening?
Nothing. Just chilling. Steelers rocking on the way to Super Bowl. No coach changes. Just times.
Yeah, there's nothing moving at all, Matty. And we haven't spoken for probably like a year or so. So
it's not been that long. It's not been that long.
We have to go back to the very start. How was your thoughts about the Jets game?
Mate. It's been wild. It's been a wild time.
What a wild season, eh? What was your
absolutely. And it's like, well, firstly, for all the Steelers touching under people in the chat, I owe you all huge apology. I have tried to get back to the channel multiple times. There's been a lot going on, but I am thinking about ways to like resurrect that and figure out how I can get back to it. But yeah, it's I don't know this season, man. Like, you kind of look back on it and it's easy to say now that he's left, but you kind of go, there's little things that you just look back and you're like, oh, okay, I kind of
going. Wasn't there an interview with the barber or something had said something like 6 months ago no one picked up on and he said he was leaving?
Yeah, because he talked about he was on summer holidays with Mike Tomlin and Mike Tomlin told him then.
But didn't he release it like 6 months ago or like 3 months ago?
No, it was just since after he left.
He said after. Okay, after he left.
Yeah, he said it. He said it on Tuesday American time or Wednesday American time because people like, I don't know if everyone knows this, but like when Ronnie Barber got put in the Hall of Fame, you could have anyone put the gold jacket on, right? And he picked Mike Tomlin. Now I think you've got to pick up. It's got to be a player or a coach. I don't know if they've got to be from the Hall of Fame or not, but I don't think so. But anyway, but he. Yeah, you do. I think you got to be part of the Hall of Fame to be able to get them put on. But anyway, so he,
what a shit bloke Mike Tomlin is for someone to give him that, that recognition.
Exactly. Right.
It's crazy. Yeah, but he said he had talked to him about this will be his last year, no matter what happened, if it was win, lose, or draw. Right.
I struggled. Well, here's the thing, and I forgot. I've listened to a heap podcast this week. I think it was talked about on one of Chris Carter's podcasts. I think it was when he was doing a Locked On. But anyway, they're talking about the fact that, like, what are the conditions where Tomlin would have gone and would he stayed? If he wins the Super Bowl, you think he leaves on a high. You can't beat that. If you lose the Super Bowl, you're like, do I run it back again? If you lose the AFC Championship game, you're probably like, I run it back again. If you lose the divisional round, maybe you still go. Like, it's kind of...
So it's like... Gotcha. It's the middle ground because you lost a wild card 7 times in a row. I think I don't know what he said because there's so many AI shit out there, but maybe he was thinking, well, give the team a better chance. This clean slate. Both parties walk away. If he does win the AFC Championship game, got so close.
Yeah.
Same team.
So
again.
do I go back again?
Do I get Rodgers back and then?
Yeah.
That would have been cool to see. What was your
Yeah.
thoughts about Rodgers, bro? Like the whole season, I was against him, and then the last
Yeah,
week,
same.
he impressed me. He impressed me every time.
So the first 2 weeks, I was like, I can't remember whether it was right before the season during the bye. It might have been, or 2 weeks in. I remember there being a weekend there, and I watched all the Netflix documentary with him, right? You know, when he did like Darkness Retreat and like went to Mexico and did all the. I actually thought he was cool after I watched it, right? Like, I know he's a polarizing figure with RFK or whatever, but like I thought it was cool the conversation he had. I just liked that Aaron Rodgers, yeah, it was who he was. So I was bought in. They fucked him over with no wide receiver too. We gotta stop. Like, we've been fair to the Steelers, and we keep going. Oh, the whole 1A, 1B, or you need a 1B and a 2A and all this. No, you need two. Calvin Austin is the fourth wide receiver. If he's any higher on the depth chart for more than 2 games, you've got a problem. And the other thing that I can't understand, and everyone said it, what the fuck were they doing with, part of my French, with like Freiermuth?
Well, that's a good question. My other question:
he shouldn't even get an OC job anywhere, bro. Like,
he's getting head coach jobs everywhere. How good was it when Art Rooney's like, yeah, by the way, we're not going to bring back. That's my Art Rooney voice, right? By the way, we're not going to bring back any other people in the building. We're heading outside.
The other thing, do you remember I told you 3 years ago? I told you Terrell Austin will cost.
I remember yesterday.
I told you Terrell Austin would cost him, like, Mike Tomlin his job.
Maybe. Here's one for you. Hot take. Darnell Washington plays that game, we win, I reckon. No? You don't think your offensive would be much better with Darnell playing?
I think the left tackle position has been a problem, and when you go against a defense like that, you're going to have problems.
Fair point. I just think that his presence.
They had no running game, though, dude. Like,
they couldn't play their way.
Warren started off well, and then what happened? They didn't even. Mate, I don't understand. It's all been like Gainwell. But like, I don't. I just don't understand when you've got Aaron Rodgers back there and that arm, and like, yeah, I mean, when you've got no second wide receiver, and Metcalf, loses his mind and does what he does. Like, I don't know. Like, I think it just speaks to what a wizard Tomlin is with that team overall. Like.
Well, this is my point too, as I've made numerous times, and we talked about it as well. Now, and I do understand this. There's counter arguments to this. You'll say this, like, I'll say, like, a Tomlin won with these players. Yeah, but Mark, the Tomlin drafted them. Fair point, right? But also, Omar Khan, these guys drafted them as a totality.
I don't think he's got as much say. I think there's a lot more. So? Like, no, I think he's got a strong say, but I don't think he's got the deciding vote in it.
Yeah. Everyone says fucking hindsight.
It's 2020, mate.
That's all like fucking podcasting is. We should have done this, should have done that. Easy to say, right? Fucking hindsight.
But that's a very Mike Tomlin thing to be hindsight, like, where he's like, it's when I go home tournament and we lost, so it's over. Like, the hindsight, we should have done this. Hindsight, we should have done that.
But yeah, like, I think to the receiver number 2 has been talked about for a long time. But I do think that Tomlin definitely had got the best of the players as he could in terms of getting to the playoffs, and the record speaks 193 and whatever, countless divisions. Getting there.
Here's the thing that I've been like, I've not heard barely anyone talk about this, and this is going to be the test with the new coaching staff, right? Talk about Tomlin, and it's all Tomlin's fault, or you're like, I do think the OC and the DC was shit, and I think that comes into play. People talk about the coaching tree. But the Rooneys don't even, like, they're interviewing Shieldhouse, who I think will end up being the OC with
how does the pronounce
Chris Schuler being the H,
Maddie,
right?
How are they going to pronounce his name? Shieldhouse.
Shieldhouse? What is it? Shieldhouse? Well, I heard someone on 93.7 The Fan call him Steelhouse. That's what his name was.
Yeah, that'd be fucking dope.
Someone mispronounced it. They called him Steelhouse. I'm like, that's his name. If he gets hired, that's his name. But, like, let's say they hire Schuler and Steelhouse, right? Steelhouse is a passing game coordinator. Steelers don't have a passing game coordinator. They don't pay enough coaches. Like,
That's true.
We talk about success. They need to get a whole new practice facility. They need to hire a proper coaching staff, like actual coaching positions in the modern game. Like, Tomlin didn't have any of that. Like, Mason Rudolph didn't even have a quarterback coach when he was a rookie, just because they had Ben. Like, So I don't know. I think the Rooneys have got to really get modern. I think they've got to get modern on their contracts. Like, I just think there's a whole lot of things that
I was talking to Bubba and Shane about this. I think that what they might be best off doing is Art Rooney the second steps down and give it to Dan for new leadership because he's 76, and they still haven't won a playoff game with Art Rooney as the owner. Right? That's part of, to me. It's part of it as well. Complain Mike Tomlin all you want to, but they haven't won it.
But the ambassador had stepped away to most of an extent, hadn't he? When they won.
Well, yeah, Dan Rooney when he passed. I think he passed away.
He's passed away 2016, 17 or 16.
Yeah, that was the last time we won a playoff game.
Yeah.
So they're just different ways of doing things, right? I think, and yeah, you probably are.
But even then, like, okay, let's say that you know the ambassador was alive and 100 and whatever he'd be. I can't remember what age he'd be right now, right?
Mm.
Like, there's a book they've got a different way to win, and I've read most of it. I haven't finished it. I've read most of it, and it's great. But there's a modern way of doing NFL, and they're not playing the modern way. Like,
you mean even with contracts too, right?
I mean, everything with the draft. Like, I keep hearing people say, "Oh, you know, Mendoza's not going to get past whatever pick, or this guy's not going to get past whatever pick." Well, if you need, let's say Aaron Rodgers was coming back, Mike Tomlin was coming back, you need a wide receiver, right? Let's say it's Lemon, right? I'm just gonna pick a name. It's Lemon. I think he's going to be good. I think he's going to be there around the 20s when the Steelers will pick. But let's say he's the top wide receiver after all said and done with combine and pro days and all the rest of it. Trade this year's one, trade next year's two, and get the freaking guy. Like, I just think like they've
don't
got
play
to
the same way we play safe and play the 23rd, 21st pick. Go for the fucking jugular,
mate. Like, let's play off the field. Let's play modern football on the field, and let's play modern football off the field. Like,
well, now they have the draft as well. Are you going to the draft?
I'm trying. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I know it talks about that off air, but yes.
No, tell us now.
Well, I had this big thing where I've got a big work event that week. So I've been trying to work out, can I get from that event in one part of the world to Pittsburgh? And I'm not sure I'm going to make the first day. So I'm trying to work it out, basically.
Interesting. Well, yeah, it's I hear what you're saying. Well, what else about this season? I know it came down like to pretty much we got stumped again, right? But what else about this season do you have like takeaways where we can be like different next year? Like, we don't know who can be our fucking coach, bro.
They've got to fix the safety position, bro. Like,
Oh, Duggar didn't play too well then, did they?
No. It sucks without Elliott. But they got to get young, big safeties, or I don't want to I mean, they're going to clean house a bit, but like, if put it this way, like, and I'm just picking a name. I don't know how I fully feel about it, but like Derwin James is a really good, strong safety at the Chargers, right? But he's getting old. Contract match, trade Haywood to the Chargers, right? And go get like Derwin James. I don't know. Like, I'm not saying that's 100% what I want to do, but like, that's just an example of, I think they've got to work out what do they want from this team. Like, and is Benton the guy? If not, then go get another D lineman in the draft behind YA Black and then Harmon, and then have them learn behind Haywood.
Well, the new coach has that, and the new coach has somewhat good O line to build upon that, and somewhat good D line to build upon that too.
They need I mean, I keep hearing about the O line. Like, I'm on with Zach Frazier. He'll be the best center in the league. I agree with Aaron Rodgers on that. I'm massive on Mason McCormick. I think he's well outdone his draft stock. Fatanu, I mean, I think he was suspect in that Texans game. I think he's got a lot of work to do.
Oh, definitely. But the
Roderick Jones, if they pick up the 5th-year option, I'll probably throw my laptop. Like,
he's hurt though. He's done a really bad neck injury. We don't know.
I think it's going to be good there. So they need a left tackle, and then they'll probably bring back Siamalu again. But I would I would go try and find Mason McCormick 2.0. Go spend a late round pick on a spend a 4th or a 5th on a guard, and try and get younger there as well.
Won't it depend though on the coach though? This is what I'm really waiting for. Like this is the whoever comes in brings all their own people in. I'm worried. Like I don't know if even TJ Watt's safe. Like I don't even know if he's safe. If
I
they
think
would trade him anyway.
TJ Watt should get the choice. I think they should say to TJ, if you want to go elsewhere to win a championship, because we're not going to win one next year, go your hardest. I don't think he would, but I do think you've got to decide what are you going to do. Are you going to pay Herbig, or are you going to let Herbig go? Because if you're going to pay Herbig, you move Highsmith and you try and move up in the draft.
What about Smitty too? He played a fantastic fucking year this year.
He had a great year.
I think no one's safe. And you know what you said? Do Tomlin players, like there was the Cowards players, well now they're Tomlin's players. Do they decide and fry him if these guys said they didn't use him? Do they be like, hey, Rudy, knock on the door. Can I please get a trade or can I go see other teams and see how we go? Because
the reason why you don't want to lose a Freiermuth, like you don't want to lose a Freiermuth, a TJ, and a Cam in the same season, like off season, because you want a bit of that steal away. You want that culture there, right? Now, you hear the way that Ben talks about Freiermuth, and they only had 1 year together. He's a Penn State guy. Like I think it would be the wrong decision to move Freiermuth on. And good tight ends are hard to come by, especially with his skills.
Wasn't that Ben's one of his best years when he's with Freiermuth? They had like a fucking
he had Najee Harris and Freiermuth. They had a great year.
Didn't Najee have like 70 targets or something?
Mate, he had like 370 touches or some shit, like without a fumble.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous. So
you're saying
like,
I just guys, but what I feel like they'll still. I feel like some of those players might want to leave though if someone comes in. It depends who comes in though, eh? You know.
Do you know the interesting one? The player that this is either going to make or break is going to be Joey Porter Jr., right? Because they sort of talked about like Mike Tomlin's like an uncle to him. It was a big year for him, right? So either he's going to respond to the new guy and be a linchpin for the next decade, or he's going to it's not going to be on, and it's going to be a problem.
Upton says to Jalen Warren is a culture guy. I love Jalen Warren, dude. He was so much fun. He was unreal this year. So who do you got then? Who do you got? Like, big shout out to Tomlin, and you can say any Tomlin words if you want to, but who do you have as coach as well? Who's coming in, Matty? You know more than I do about these coaches.
I struggle to think it won't be Shula.
Right. He's a DC, right?
Unless it's the I think they've put in for Clay Kubiak, Clint's the one with the Seahawks. But I think they talked about this on one of the Steel Curtain podcasts. The problem you've got is if you go with a defensive guy, whoever you pick as offensive coordinator could leave in like a couple of years, right?
Yeah.
But I think you've got to run that risk. You go get Steeler House and you put him as the OC and you hope he lasts for 3 years.
You just want it because of the name. Steelhouse. That's a fucking perfect name.
But I tell you what, and it sucks the draft is this year because I would keep going trenches, my whole, trenchy, not trendy thing. And then next year when the quarterback class is out of this world, you sell the farm and you go get like a top quarterback, right?
So if they got this bloke called Shula, right, and he's the grandson of Don Shula, the Miami Dolphin bloke, then he's how old is he? 30-something, 36, whatever?
Yeah.
39. Is he a good DC for the Rams? Is he fucking? They're still in it. They're out of it. They're still in it.
Yeah, they're in it. They're playing the Bears. They might struggle there because Stafford's hurt his pointer and it's freaking freezing. But their defense is I think it's kind of overperformed a bit this year. I think overall it's only like the 16th or 17th best defense. But if you actually look at what they went into the season with as a roster, they've done pretty good.
All right. I got a question for you. What about if he comes
I do like the guy from Carolina as well. But again, I don't think he's got the pedigree that Shula has. And if you get Shula, you might get Steelhouse as well. And that solves two problems.
So what if he comes in with a TJ Watt and our defense is, like these young blokes like Sawyer? Would he excel with these guys?
Oh, I like him. That's a good thing from this season. I like Sawyer. Sawyer's been rock solid. I like Sawyer.
Yeah. So if that DC Shula comes into us, brand name, Steelers, Pittsburgh football, is that going to regenerate, rejuvenate like fucking TJ Watt to go after it again and then teach?
Yeah, I reckon. But I would think I want to go back and have a look at Patrick Queen this year because I'm kind of in the camp where Patrick Queen disappointed, and Shula might play with how they use the middle linebackers, to a degree. So it depends.
Well, there could be all different guys. I saw Queen was it's only a tweet, but he was doing waving emojis on Twitter. I don't know if he's out, if he's gone. I don't know, man. There's so
He's
many things
just
like
not
that.
lived up to the hype, man.
Yeah, there's some good games and then some bad games, right? I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, it could be a whole new thing there too. Toddy said, how much does it cost to bring back Kenny G? Well, he's moved himself into maybe a 2 or 3 year contract, right? He was so much fun to watch this year. He was so much fun.
But here's the thing about Kenny G, right? Kenny G is a very small back. What is he, like 204, 205 pound or less? Madden has him in at 200, right? But I think he's like I think he's a bit more than that. I think he's like 205, 206. He's not an AFC. He's not like a Najee. He's not as big as a Warren. He's not, Caleb Johnson. Like, he's I think we've seen the best way to use him. And I wouldn't see him if you get the wide receiver position right and you're throwing the ball to Freiermuth. Like, I wouldn't see him getting remotely the same usage next year. So yeah, if you can keep him for like $3 million a year, go for it. But he's not worth 6 or 7.
He was definitely like
201 after. So Afton says 201, right? So yeah,
it was definitely check downs and move the ball forward. Like I think, and that didn't really work against Texans. The cornerbacks blew it up every time, And also,
but also we've seen Jalen do a good job of that stuff anyway, right? So like, why? I don't know. Like,
so you're saying it was more the position than it was the player.
Yeah, and I think Aaron really felt comfortable with him, so Aaron threw to him, right? Like maybe another quarterback doesn't feel comfortable with Kenny.
He was their leading receiver. I thought it was fun. Like,
what does that say about the offense? That's like that year that Minka led the team with like 140 tackles.
Yeah, because nobody tackled in the fucking middle. Every fucking.
But it's exactly the same thing. It's exactly the same thing.
And then buddy Devin Bush goes to the Browns and plays good football over there.
Well, that scheme fits him a lot better than the Steelers scheme fit him, so that helps.
But yeah, Kenny G was I think it was just when I saw him in Dublin, it was unreal. We saw many breakout games. He wasn't getting tackled. I think it caught up to us in that playoff game. That's why I think they definitely missed Darnell Washington because the way they used him on the edge, and we saw Spencer Anderson. That was kind of fun, but then everything kind of broke down and it just didn't, go our way near the end.
Yeah, sorry, go.
Oh, you go first. I was going
to say, I saw great ones comment about Big G in the 4-3. Like, I'm kind of open to that.
I was going to say, what does the new coach do? Does he have to do 3-4?
He'll have to do 3-4 if he wants to keep the same people on the roster. But if you go 4-3, you're saying if you go 4-3-1, move Highsmith because he's a 3-4 linebacker. He's not. I don't think he's big enough for the edge. Sawyer could take that role on the edge, but I also think you've got to move Cam Hayward on.
Well, I think he might be moving on.
Then I think you can do 4-3 if you want to.
You think Cameron Hayward comes back? I don't think he comes back because Tom was gone. I think he's gone. Although
he wants to retire on it depends. You know what it comes down to? Would he play for another team?
Well, he did take about 6 months to sign his contract. For $2 million. All that fucking fuss, Matty. Look, the guy's good and stuff, and we all get it.
He shipped me off, man. He shipped me off when he did.
Yeah, all that fucking. I was back and forth like, God, I do and I don't. Like, I agree with it, I don't agree with it. All that fuss for the contract that didn't get paid anyway because we lost. Like for $2 million extra in the playoffs.
And that $2 million might have helped get you a really good wide receiver.
Yeah, but he doesn't get it though, right? Because he didn't fucking win the game.
Yeah,
I don't know. I do want to ask you though, what are your thoughts about the Tomlin stuff now? Like, it's been majority of you're still a fandom too, right? Pretty much Tomlin for 19 years.
Actually, pretty much all for me, basically.
How's it going to feel for like? How do you think it's going to feel next?
The first 3 days, I was gutted, right? Like absolutely gutted.
These media press conferences, bro, they're just funny. Like I know people don't like them, but they're just funny. Like the one about the aunt, like the other day, he's like, "Oh, if my aunt, if my
aunt had male parts, she'd be my uncle." I loved it, man. It's my favorite. That's my second favorite of all. That's my second favorite of all the sayings. That's my absolute.
Yeah. How do you feel it's gonna be next year? What's gonna happen? Like it's gonna be weird, right?
Okay, so the first 3 days I hated it. was shitty. I was cranky. I was upset. My wife says condolences about Tomlin going too. She's not happy about it. But the more I heard from people and I heard about the locker room, dude, like he's done it for 19 years. And you know what? Like, yeah, I've got criticisms about the DCs and OCs. I've got things that I think he could have done better. I don't think he deserved those chants in the stadium. Now, I say I don't think he deserved. Fans have the right to react however they want, right? Like, it's not like I've not booed someone before in my life. Absolutely have. But I don't think he deserved what he got. But it will be miss me when I'm gone. There will be times when let's say we go 9-8 next year and we miss the playoffs, and everyone will be like, "Oh, we're 9-8 again." They'll be cranky with the Steelers, but they won't cut Tomlin some slack. It's going to be an interesting few years. I don't think. Remember we talked about when they drafted Kenny Pickett, and it was like, does he really want a rookie quarterback? I think he saw the writing on the wall that that was the limit with Rodgers. He's like, I don't want to sit here with a rookie quarterback. I generally don't think he did. I don't think. And this was something I said, I think I put it in your chat, like when it all happened, but like, yeah, after the loss, but like they should have if they knew that he didn't want to do a rookie quarterback, they should have used draft picks and traded for an experienced quarterback. Like last year, Trevor Lawrence, everyone was like, "Oh no, what a shit deal." They should have traded for him, right? Like if the Bills lose this year, you go out and you say, "Right, we're going to trade 3 or 4 ones and we're going to bring Josh Allen in," right? Like I don't know, like I'm just throwing names, but you've got to. Should they go have gone harder after Baker Mayfield? Like if he didn't want to do the rookie quarterback, go and get someone, right? So I don't think they gave him what he needed. But
do you think they got Rodgers? Like Rodgers obviously got stonewalled in the playoff game. They got a quarterback like Rodgers, good enough to get there, but not win the next game. But if you got Baker Mayfield, that could have been a playoff run.
But again, they still have the issue at left tackle. They still don't have a second wide receiver. They're still not throwing it to Freemuth because they're F-wits, like in the OC staff. So like, there's still those problems exist. But like for me, I basically like got to Thursday, Friday, and I was like, you know what? He's made the decision to move on. I would have been crankier if he got fired. If that's what he wants to do, thanks, coach, for 19 years. No losing seasons. There's only 2 times ever where we weren't in contention in the first week. In the last week.
That's fucking wild. There's like 1 or 2 games that they had no chance to win to get into the playoffs ever.
That's incredible.
In our fandom, that is as a fan experience. The Browns are like fucking week 6 going, "Oh shit, we're out of it." And we're like,
my wife's got a cousin who goes for the Jets, dude.
Oof.
Like he's got a Garrett, he's got a Wilson jersey, and I was just like said to him, like, how do you even buy the jersey anymore, dude? Like, what? It's in, like,
Jets have been
how do you enjoy that as a fan?
It even shows a lot of respect towards Rodgers too. Goes to a good franchise team like Steelers, does well enough, and then the Jets were just terrible for him, Yeah, got some good comments, man, on the Mike Tomlin thing. I think it will be different. It will be interesting to see if we go 0-6, and everyone's like, "Well, at least Tomlin would have had you 4-2."
But you know what's kind of cool though? Like, it's kind of cool that, like, you said like he's been the coach for definitely like pretty much like I saw a bit of Cowell, but like really he's been the coach for the Steelers for me. Now I get to like adjust to a new coach that hopefully will be there for 20 years and win Super Bowls. And I'll be able to say to my kids, like, I remember the turnover and, all that kind of like stuff like this. So it's kind of like, I remember Jeff Hartman from SCN talking about when Ben left, he was like, this is such a big deal because I was in college when Ben was drafted. You kind of have to step up. It's like, we've all got to step up to the plate for all the Tomlin lovers out there and say, you know what, like, we've got to mature as a fan now. Like, we had that time. We respect that time. This is part of what being a fan is. There's tough times in sport, right? Like you and I, like Manly Seagulls, like
we're going for a different change as well.
We've watched like different coaches. Like it's been bad, but I've talked about this a lot with the Tomlin haters over the years, where I'm an Arsenal fan, and it's taken them almost 10 years since their top coach left to be back in winning contention. Like, but you think about what the next 10 years looks like, right? New coach, maybe new coaches if it doesn't work out.
He's a Broncos fan,
yeah. New quarterback. They could have a new field, dude. Like, people talk about like what's
there could be everything new, Matty. There could be fucking everything new. I'm slowly getting better each by day, because if Tomlin's still there, they run it back again, and they bring all the players back. They build again, and you just have another run and another chance to win a division. He goes, you know what? Knock, knock. Coach, Art Rooney, I think I'm out. I'm done. He goes, no worries. We kind of saw it coming. And now next year, there could be a whole new fucking Steelink beam. There's a whole new, like, the logo will be the same, but everything. I hope they keep, you know what? I hope they, okay. Who are some players you want them to keep? Because I want Chris Boswell to be kept. Who got? Who's some players?
All right. Well, I'm going to do it via, like, think about like a depth chart. Call us Waitman. Don't give a shit. Keep him.
Really?
Don't keep him. I don't care. I don't care. Oh, I don't care. I keep him. Like, great. I don't think he does a bad job, but I don't care. Boswell, keep him. Christian Kuntz, absolutely keep him. His podcast was great this week as well.
Oh, fantastic.
So there's 3. Then you go to strong safety. I'm just thinking about it in like the Madden depth chart in my head. Strong safety.
Ramsey?
Elliott. Pardon?
Ramsey's kept. He's got a weird contract.
Well, so we'll start with Elliott and Duggar.
Oh,
I think Duggar it's too expensive. Yeah. Elliott, like, you keep, but you still need to find someone young there. Ramsey's, you kind of can't get rid of him this year. I think the way that the cap piece is, he's very, very expensive.
The weird thing is they got to, okay.
Yeah. So, but you keep him. But to me, like, I think you try and get him once you. I mean, this again, it depends on who they bring in, but depending on the scheme they're running, I think he's probably the slot corner for them, like, potentially. Cornerback, obviously you got Porter. I still think they're short of another good corner. Keep Asante Samuel, get him like involved. He's a good player.
What about Pierre? Pierre stepped up as well. This
well,
year.
yeah, I've never liked Pierre, so
I know.
Yeah, but if he's your 4th cornerback, I don't hate it. I don't know why they moved Beanie.
Eccles played well this year too,
but he's old, bro. Like,
fair point. Trice. He has to go, right? He's done, isn't he now?
Yeah,
I can't talk about Trice again. Sorry, Trice. Corey Trice out there. But that injury's been every year's a new injury. If you're like, will we make the roster? Will we make the roster? All right, okay, fair point. Who else you got?
And then Dante Kent. We haven't seen anything there.
No, he's injured.
I think Dante Kent, take or leave. He's cheap, so maybe they keep him. Let me go edge. I've kind of talked about edge, but I think you got to think about what you really want to do with Highsmith, Herbig. Helps having Sawyer come on, but you got to think what you want to do there, because you can't have all 4 of them on top money. We talked a bit about D tackle. I mean, because Benton's on his last year this year as well, so usually they look to re-sign him. So you kind of got to see what you're going to do there. And then you go into middle linebacker. Holcomb, when they did the restructure on his deal, is very good. You've got Peyton Wilson there. I think you move on from Queen if you can find.
Did you see that tackle that he did, that thumping fucking tackle in the Texans game?
Yeah, man.
How fucking form was that tackle? That reminded me of like 2004 Madden. Like that was like fucking boom hit stick. Like that was my favorite tackle fucking year. Sorry to cut you off, but that was a good tackle.
That's all right. Great one. The thing about Ramsey is it's very hard to find the actual details of his contract. Like, over the cap have him costing like $7 million, but it's not accurate. Like, I don't know. Like that deal, it's actually quite complicated. Middle linebacker, yeah. So I think if you can find someone better than Queen, or that fits your scheme better than Queen, you move on. If not, he does have a bit of a dead cap hit this year. I think it's like $9 million off the top of my head, but I might be wrong. So yeah, you see there. We talked a lot about the offensive line, but I mean, I really only think Frazier, Fatanu, and McCormick are the ones you keep. Everyone else, fine. Good luck to you. Tight end, obviously Washington's still on contract. You keep him. You keep Freeman. Jonnu Smith, like I'll pay for his flight out of Pittsburgh, like on your bike, buddy. He can get stuff.
I tried it every week. Every single week I tried to defend him, and he was probably the worst tight end I think this year in NFL history. Or NFL,
Here you go. Here's a Tomlin guy that I think is very much on the chopping block. Connor Haywood. Connor Haywood won't be in this deal.
You don't think that? I guess he did.
Why?
But it depends who the next coach is. But Yeah, what's his role? Because he played
Unless you're
okay
keeping
on
him for
teams.
special teams, I don't know. I
It's
don't
like
see it.
Killebrew as well, and we want him
Killebrew's
back.
gone. Killebrew's gone. Killebrew's gone.
Oh,
Man.
he's so harsh. He made his harsh out this way. He's cutting everyone. You got all like, but it's
But he's
true
been
though.
injured this year. He's like going to be like, I think he's 29, 30. Like he's overpaid as a
Jesus.
special teams player. He's a Tomlin. But you asked me, who are the
Yeah.
guys that like,
I did ask you
he's
that.
on the chopping block.
I did ask you that question because a lot of people like that. I think that's why things are
When
going to be
Killebrew is lifted as a strong safety, man, they can't remotely play him as a strong safety, man.
You can in the preseason. I think because what happened was he went out and then Connor Hayward stepped up, but then also you're talking what you like on teams this year, and I love talking teams by the way. Is Carson Bruner? I thought he was fucking fantastic on teams. He made so many great tackles, so many good hits. He was like in everything, and Skronik was on good teams, but also these guys, right?
Skronik again, like I don't mind Skronik, but like
he's a Tomlin guy too, right? Because Tomlin had him on the roster, older receiver.
I heard you talking about
reliable.
Danny Smith right before I jumped on as well. Like I hope they keep Danny Smith for cultural reasons, and special teams is not a problem for them. I wouldn't cut Danny Smith, and the other person I
whole
wouldn't
new
cut
teams
either,
guy who could fuck everything up, couldn't they?
Yeah, I would also keep Kyle Dunbar. Absolutely keep Kyle Dunbar.
Well, isn't that another guy that could be leaving as well? Or you never know.
If I were them, I wouldn't move Kyle Dunbar on. That would be a dumb move. Alfredo Roberts, take a hike. Apparently they like Eddie Ford. I don't know.
Right, what about receivers? Who else you got? This is fun.
Receivers, they can actually move on from Metcalf, which is the irony that Mike Tomlin made the decision now. I don't think you should because you got nothing else. But I mean,
well,
like,
you got
who else
Austin
besides Metcalf is
Austin,
worth keeping? Like
you got Austin, a free agent. You got.
Am I lagging or are you lagging? Can people hear me in the comment, or is this Mark lagging? Oh, okay, cool. I thought so. It's funny watching him frozen like this. Hear me up with questions. Jalen Warren wants to keep forward. Yeah, I saw that. I hate special teams, man. I like special teams. That's why I want Danny Smith to stay. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. Like the other wide receivers, I just don't know. Like, I just think it's whatever. Running backs, you can keep Warren. If you want to keep Gainwell, you get a good price on Gainwell. Keep him. Caleb Johnson, man, that guy will need to have a really, really, really good preseason. Yeah, absolutely, really good preseason. Well, favorite game this season. That first Ravens game.
Sorry, mate.
I like the second one, but that first Ravens game, you saw what this team had the potential to be. But throwing it to Freiermuth late in the second Ravens game, why don't you come out in the second game and do that from the start against the Texans?
Sorry, my internet turned off. So did you?
The Lions game was your favorite. How was the Lions game your favorite, dude? The Lions game gave me the shits. They should have won that game. Oh.
Did you go through your receivers who you want cut or who you want who's staying?
I just said anyone after Metcalf, does it really matter? Like, bye.
Really? So like no Austin, no like
I'd
Roman
bring
Wilson
Austin back for a good price, but he's like the fourth wide receiver. Like Scotty Miller.
See ya.
Bye. Roman Wilson, you don't know
Ben
what he
Skowronek
is.
was so much fun to watch those gunners, and he's half the team. So
yeah, but he's a special teams player and he's wide receiver 6. That's it.
Well, no, he's above Scotty Miller, surely.
Well, Scotty Miller caught some key catches, man.
He caught the true, but Ben Skowronek caught the first touchdown. You never saw that coming. Would have been paying 41-1. God, you're so fucking cutthroat, mate. Yeah, this way, Matty, fucking as head coach. Jesus. Well, actually, you'd be the Omar Khan.
I'd be the Omar Khan. Omar cut him.
Omar cut him. Yeah, you're cutting it. So far on our team, Matty, we have like 6 players left.
We've got 26 players. We're playing both ways, mate. We're playing both ways.
You have like no players left. All right. So DK Metcalf and anyone else who is there,
Like, I
whatever.
think you keep Rowan Wilson because he's cheap and whatever, but like he's got to have a massive year. Like, and then
Yeah,
when you
and-
lagged, I talked about running backs and I said like Caleb Johnson's got to have a big preseason. You keep Warren,
Yeah, I
Kenny G, get him
agree.
cheap. You may as well, but like, so what? Fullback Connor Haywood. I don't necessarily want to see Connor go, but I'm just saying I think he's a Tomlin guy that could be on the chopping block.
I thought he played better as fullback as the year went on, though.
He
in certain
did,
parts.
and when they played like that, like the I formation with like him
Mhm.
leading, leading for Warren, that worked, but it just didn't. I don't know. Like I just think if Cam goes, I think there's no loyalty to Connor Haywood. And then quarterback. I mean,
Rudolph
apart
is
from Will Howard,
he's a stayer, right? Rudolph and they're stayers. He's going to find a number one.
yeah, I
Like you
guess.
wouldn't cut Rudolph on him on a 1-year contract to be a backup, surely not.
No, but he might be a late preseason cut or trade. Like if someone else's guy goes down.
Well, I wonder if depending who the OC or the head coach is, well, they might bring some of these players, right?
That's
God,
the
this is
thing.
going to be so different. Imagine if we had a podcast back in 2007 with Mike Tomlin. Like, it'd be so different. Who was that? Who was your answer to that question? What was your favorite game?
Oh, I said the first Ravens game because you got to see what this offense could have been.
We beat them
The
at
Lions
home.
game, I get why some people liked it, but like that one just upset me because they should have won that game by 25 points. Like,
I can't remember. What being in Dublin was pretty crazy. Beat that DK Metcalf.
that looks
run.
so good, dude. I was so jealous of that, man.
The crowd was insane. That crowd was in fucking nuts. To see him run 75 yards and just it was so much fun, but also very stressful in the end as well.
Yeah.
So I'll probably say that. It's like you got 8 players left in the water boy. But I that's what I'm saying. Like I think this year coming and the next year, whatever it is, it's going to be so different. Like new head coach, new OC, new DC, no one's safe, and then they're just going to work out small little deals and see, like I said, get culture guys in locker room, whoever's going to be there to step up, like Jack Sawyer or these guys or Herbig or TJ or whoever's there to then play Steelers football to then have that embrace. And what I'm looking forward to though. Like I would want to see Mike Tomlin have an ending press conference, but he won't do it, I don't think. But I'm very excited to see the head coach and see what the head coach says in the very, very first press conference.
I think they will, and I think the first coach will give a nod to Tomlin.
Yeah. Oh, look at the.
And the other thing, they'll bring Tomlin back. Might not be this year. The next year, they won't.
You had talked about them
not
before.
for a press conference, for a game. It'll be a game, and I hope that.
I thought you meant to come back in the building to work, like as a football operations.
I've heard that, but I think if he was to do that, that's 2 or 3. That's when he's had enough time. If he doesn't go coach anywhere, which I'm actually starting to lean that he doesn't go coach anywhere. I think
you don't think you'll coach ever again.
I kind of
he does look pretty happy though. In this photo, he looks very at his daughter's.
At the Georgia, yeah, I saw that one.
Looks very happy.
I said to my wife this morning when we were walking the dog that if you're him, he's got the best part of $200 million in earnings.
Easy.
And his daughter is like a good athlete. Look, he just might want to be a dad and kind of coach, be the motivator for his daughter, right? And if she makes the Olympics, that'll mean more to him, whatever happens within the Steelers.
It can't be like, even though 19 years and getting paid all the coins is fantastic, right? But for 19 years, he was football live and die, right? And now he's like, all right, see you Steelers, I'm gonna go fucking holiday, like do what I want. So,
but Mike Tomlin strikes me as the guy that some Steeler fan will see like in Italy at the Colosseum, or you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? He's like a cultured guy, right? Like,
yeah, it's just on a random cruise somewhere. Like, oh, that's fucking Coach Tom at the buffet.
Yeah,
he gives you like.
I do think, you know what I do think he'll do? I think he'll write a book. Absolutely, I think he can write a hell of a book, man.
One of his wasn't it Teresa Varley, that lady is like really hip to his hip pocket. Like they always work together and it's like social media. Maybe she'll forward or something.
Yeah,
writer. Jeans is why not Schuler?
That's what I said. That's what I like him as the head coach.
And thank you, mate, for the $2. Yeah, it's gonna be so different. I am looking forward to the coach whoever it is, and you're right. I think they will give a lot of respect to Coach Tomlin for sure for what he did.
Well, they have to, because they're not gonna. What are the odds? What are the odds that they're gonna do 19 seasons without a losing season? Man? It's not gonna happen.
I reckon. You know what? Because like I know Pittsburgh Toy's a huge fan of Mike Tomlin as well. Like, hopefully in 10 years, 20 years time, we look back and go, "Holy fuck, that was hard to do." No, it's a meme, right? But that's not easy. Not having a non-losing season, even going 3 times 8-8 when even the Chiefs had a losing season this year. Like Mike Tomlin at least got you a winning season.
Dark Horses,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, Duck Hodges. You had numerous times when Ben was out, and even someone stepped up, and Landry Jones probably helped him too. There was times like that.
Absolutely.
Kenny Pickett era, and they probably Mike Tomlin wasn't the probably only guy doing Kenny Pickett. It was everyone else, and probably Kevin Colbert.
Mike was sorry. I don't think Kenny was Mike's pick. I think it was Colbert's pick, because Colbert wanted to leave them with the quarterback so Colbert could have this legacy. And I think Tomlin didn't mind the character of Kenny, so he was like, "I'm up for it." But that was a Colbert pick, man.
That wasn't a Tomlin pick.
That was another shit Colbert one. Like, we need to look back at Colbert's. Like, if I hear any more of this, Tomlin had Cow's players. Well, Mike Tomlin had Colbert's players. And far out, man.
I still find it really weird the last draft that Colbert got to decide. It's like you'll go into a job and it's like, oh, you know what? I'm not going to order any stock and see you guys later, you know, and then fucking leave. Like, so crazy how he got this. He was allowed to, and then they just did his thing. And then there's like one player, is it Highsmith or someone like that's there? There's no one else, right? I mean, Frymouth.
Yeah, it's rubbish.
Omar kind of think's been doing okay. Like recently.
This year was a good draft. Yeah.
So this one, wait.
I think.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, that's a good draft. If Caleb Johnson comes on, that's a killer draft, right?
Yeah. He just seemed very nervous when he was running, and I think he got better as the year went on. And then also Tomlin didn't want to use him. You know, didn't use him after.
Well, I don't know whether Tomlin would want to use him. What role did he have in a Kenny G led offense?
Oh, you saying that fucking what's his name? Do you think it was a wrong move by the Steelers? I know we're jumping around everywhere, but do you think it was a wrong move for Arthur Smitty to get signed up for us?
Yes, I said it at the time. Absolutely.
Yes, Mark, it was a bad move.
Remember I said to you when they signed him that they should move on from Terrell Austin. I said that those two guys could cost him his job, and I think they've cost him his job in a way where he didn't win. He saw the writing on the wall and went, "I don't want to do this anymore."
He did have that. That was a really bad play, but he'll move on from that. But he played some snaps and then he was benched. And
but also, he barely caught kickoffs in college. They should never have had him doing that.
I agree. Alrighty.
Nation. Yeah, I agree.
We're going to get out of here shortly, but give Matty some questions. Feed questions to Matty right now. We'll get out of here shortly. It's been awesome. And yeah, Matty, I hope you can do podcasts again, bro. It's fun. Just try and take time as much as you can.
Yeah.
Because you have a really good football brain on your head. You have a good football Steelers brain. And it's interesting.
It also didn't help. It didn't help this season where I had 3 mouth surgeries every 8 weeks. So that didn't help. What have you done?
What have you done? Are you allowed to share details or too gross?
Yeah, it's probably a bit gross, dude.
Okay. No worries then.
But they're done. They're done now. So
all right, fair cool. Gene says, when will you come back? When's the comeback tour?
I'd like to come back soon.
All right, there you go. When the new coach is announced, you'll jump on the screen.
I almost, it's,
It's a half a yes. When Manly wins a premiership.
That's a while away, bro.
Yeah, no, I'm only joking. That team's in a bit of shambles too, I think, as well.
I think it's a hard time. I think it's a very hard time in professional sports to have dynasties and to win and to it's kind of. I know I'll say this. I don't see the NFC having the Super Bowl winner. The Super Bowl winner will be from the AFC. It's just
you know what my whole take is. I think the Texans win. If Stroud can hold the ball, I think Texans win it. I was super impressed by their defense. They fuck us up.
I think they're going to Denver, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh wait, no. They're going to Patriot Land.
They're going. Yeah, that's right.
Who do you think wins it then? From AFC,
I do agree with what Ben said the other day. I just don't know whether Bo Nix is gonna get them all the way.
Mm.
The Texans could win it. Like, I think they're better than the NFC teams. The Bills, it depends what sort of Bills team rocks up on the day.
I
really.
agree. Yeah, 100%.
Like, who knows? Like, what that looks like. The Patriots. If the Patriots beat the Texans this week, then I think they go to the Super Bowl.
Their favorite at home.
Yeah.
So I think
it's
out of
something
all,
like 14F there or something. No, that's sorry. It's going to be 14F in Chicago. But
I
it's
just think
gonna
out
be
of
freaking
all of them,
cold.
I think like LA's won one recently. We don't want New England to win one because they'll get 7. The Bears are the Bears. I don't really want them to win too much. Maybe I want San Fran can win another one. Fuck that. Buffalo, they've lost 4. They can maybe win with Josh Allen, but they'll just make Josh Allen the GOAT. I would prefer to see Texans win one because they never won one, and then it
Plus,
makes me feel better because they beat us.
Josh Allen's got some motivation because, like, I'm gonna make a really unfair joke here, but like, he's got to prove to his wife that like he's worthy. Because I heard some really weird rumors after that movie she did with Michael B. Jordan. Apparently, it's pretty like
Another rumor.
another rumor. Not rumor, more like unfair jokes. And great one. I meant just pro sports in general. Like, yeah, it's hard. Oh, pizza party, pizza podcast.
What pizza party? Like, what do you mean by that? Like, what kind of pizza they're going to be next year? Fucking.
Actually, that's a good one.
No.
If you had to describe what pizza you think they would be and why.
Next year?
Yeah.
Well, right now it's like tomato and cheese. Just tomato sauce and cheese. There's nothing on
They
it.
made the playoffs. They get a bit more ingredients than that.
But I don't know. I don't know like who's there.
That's a good way to describe it.
Like they haven't even made the pizza yet. I don't know who's there.
Yeah.
Well, actually, okay, I got one for you right now. If TJ stays and nothing crazy goes there, they're just pepperoni. At the moment, pepperoni.
Oh, I feel like you're sliding my favorite pizza, but okay.
I do like pepperoni. I think every
Yeah. Maybe margarita. Maybe a margarita with extra oregano or something.
Yeah, we don't know what you're gonna get.
Now you made me want to eat pizza for dinner. I was going to eat healthy tonight, and now I want to have pizza.
Wait. If someone gave you a 2026 Steelers pizza and it was margarita, go, oh yeah, that makes sense. So you're probably right.
They made the playoffs. They made the playoffs. They don't have a quarterback though. Yeah, margarita's probably pretty fair.
There's no quarterback. You've cut half the team. There's no offensive line for the left-hand side. You don't know who they're going to top. You don't know if Fryman is staying or not, Heisman staying or not. So,
do you know what I'd like to see? I'd like to see them think about, like, could Darnell do an Andre Villanueva?
He was asked about that too. Depends on maybe what if he's moved. It depends what coach we get. Then they move him to left tackle. Yeah. He's a big bloke. How do you get past him?
Yeah, exactly.
Height, why speed. Okay, and wouldn't he might do that because he'll make more money as left tackle rather than a tight end, right?
Absolutely.
He's like, yep, sign me up.
But when Mailata originally came into the league, if he couldn't convert to be an O lineman, they were going to try and make him a tight end. Yeah,
it was fun watching. I'll tell you what though, I'll probably next few weeks go back and watch the winning games and watch Darnell in his highlights. He was fantastic. They can't stop him. We talked about it for many years. He just throw him the ball and he falls over 4 yards. You can't stop him. So that's true.
Afton's right. Yeah. Afton's right on the blocking though. Like Afton is right on the blocking.
Which one? Fair point. All right.
But
another question.
Let's say you played him at swing tackle in certain plays next year and got him. I just think try it out, man. Just try it out.
It's a good point. Will it be a good pizza or a bad pizza? We don't know. I feel what it's going to be. Okay, this is my analogy. It's a margarita.
It'll be an undercooked pizza, is what it might be.
I think it'll be better than that. I think it'll be a pizza, but you've dropped it and it's fallen on the ground, and you still have to eat it, but it didn't hit the ground. The box is dropped.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. I like that.
Not on the ground where you got to. Is like the actual base fell on the ground, but the box fell on it and you open it and go,
and like half the toppings are stuck.
Yeah, and you're like, but I'll still eat it. Like, that's what I think it's going to be.
I'm down.
All right. Another question for you. Wait a minute. Yeah. Right now, I've got a really good overcooked thin crust. So you got to eat it, but it's like you got to scrape off the, like you do toast. All right. Another question. Is a good one. Mason coming back, or do we have Will Howard as QB for now? Oh boy. Thoughts?
I mean, we don't know
long
what Will
thoughts.
Howard can do.
Yeah, I met his dad, by the way, at the pub when I was hanging out with my mate. It was pretty cool. Yeah, and I had a good go. And also, his whole family was there. On my table was like my mate Tom, the international fan, and he knows
Irish
them all
guy.
and stuff. The Irish guy.
Yeah.
He was a good bloke, by the way. And
He
then
seemed
we
like a
sat
good
there,
bloke.
and then I was talking to. I found out the news from Will Howard's dad. Can't remember his name. He's like, the other day that guy got bashed, the Skylar Thompson. He told me everything. I could have broke the news before anyone even knew about it. Because he told me that,
and you wouldn't take advantage.
I knew if I broke it, somehow it'll get back to me, and I wouldn't be able to hang out with her again.
Yeah,
I wasn't going to do that. And then 6 hours later, the next morning, the news broke. Where apparently he got robbed. He was bashed by 4 people. They were at the same bar that were at the night before. They went down a different alley, and then then he was by himself and then got robbed. Skylar Thompson.
There's a comment here that if you ask me that question, I may go on a rant.
In a minute. Okay, in a minute. All right, in a minute. Where is it? Is there any more questions though? Or no? Those seats were fantastic. Yeah.
It's out there. They look good.
Yeah, they were fun. It wasn't good when I was like fucking had pneumonia though. So
Yeah,
I fucking had a big cold. I had the Pittsburgh cold, man. There's every year I feel like Pittsburgh gets a cold as a flu goes around that time. It's fucked. I definitely had it. All right, this your question. You're saying that, yeah, not a fuck up, but you still eat it. It could be a fuck up, but it still tastes good.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Can I have my take first on this? Because I don't agree with Debo at all, and I love Debo. I think he's off the rocker. I think that Tomlin does deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. But what do you think?
I agree. Absolutely. I agree with you. Like if Tomlin doesn't look, it doesn't matter what Debo thinks on this, and I can say this even though I've never played in the NFL, because he's top 10 all-time coach, like in terms of playoffs. He's never had a losing season. He won a Super Bowl. Like, doesn't actually matter what Debo says. He's in. Like,
do you think there's some dislike because he cut him?
Of course there's bad blood there. Absolutely.
How can it not be personal when?
But the thing about Debo, the thing that gets me about Debo is that, like, I can get him being frustrated, and like if what he said is true, where like, so he talks about like he was like, fine, once I accepted that they were going to play TJ Watt, I was like, trade me, release me, and then they wouldn't do it, and then like, Tom was like, no, we're going to play you, and they took him on an away game. I don't think it was to Denver or somewhere, and then he was like, they didn't even dress me for it, and like, Tomlin lied to me and whatever. But like, to be frank, mate, you're on a roster, right? If you're on a contract, like you're on the roster, they don't have to release you. Now, you can think that's the wrong thing, but if they're in playoff contention and they want you on that roster and they think you're good enough to be on that roster, that's what it is. That's called pro sports, man. Like, so I get why he's frustrated. I can understand where he's coming from. I would be frustrated too. But like, I think he's looking at it from a negative lens. I think it gives him something topical to say. He gets to rise up like all the people that don't like Tomlin. It makes good for him. But what I actually want to rant about is Ryan Clark. Ryan Clark is a phony, man.
Is that real though? That I put that on my Facebook. Is that real what he said?
Which part?
Didn't he say? Wait, will you say your part first?
My part is that since Tomlin like has left, it's all like, oh, Mike Tomlin was my coach for this. And Mike Tomlin, I know he said about saving his life before, but all this like gushing stuff about Tomlin. 2 weeks ago, you wanted him fired. 3 weeks before that, you wanted him fired going into the season. Like, Ryan Clark is you know what he is? He's a flip-flop, man. He's like a fucking Sandy.
I don't think he's
flip-flop.
He's not even a steal. I saw there was like some race baiting thing with Ryan Clark, but it might have been AI driven.
Yeah, there's a lot of AI bullshit out there about Aaron Rodgers and like Mike Tomlin on like, yeah. But I think RC's but I agree he's an idiot.
I don't think he even and this is hard to say because I don't.
Gene's right.
He doesn't represent the Steelers, but he doesn't have any real connection to me the Steelers at all. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel. He does go one way or the other all the time. and he has such like topical things that are like so crazy. It's even worse than Debo's take.
There's a 7-minute clip on YouTube with him with the pivot guys, and it's all like, oh, I'm so devastated and he deserves this. I'm like, nah, man, you wanted him gone all season. You're hated dick.
I saw one on the internet. It was AI. It was saying that if Tomlin was white, it'd be different or something like that. But that could be AI because I get tricked all the time now. And I shared on my Steelers Australia Facebook.
Actually, I think I saw that too.
Yeah, and then someone wrote, "Well, this could be AI because they just grabbed the quote, right?" So I don't know.
My thing is just that, like, he's just like on actual programs said all these like really nice things, and since Tomlin announced he was leaving, but all before that, it's like Tomlin's and even right after the game, you can hear it. He's like, "Oh, Tomlin needs to leave and do the right thing by like himself and the coaching staff." Like, I'm sure he said that after the Texans one too, but the week before against man, I just think no.
See, I disagree with Morgan here. Tom was an average coach, pumped by media. I disagree. I think it was a good coach to need a great coach to hold your job for 19 years. I disagree. But I want to ask you about this too, Matty. What about this thing I do with the coaching tree? This always gets brought up in Tomlin's wheelhouse that he had no coaching tree, and he follows up and says the coaching tree was a broomstick.
What's the coach's job?
To win games.
It's not to create other people.
And to lead by example, like I did with my
Here's the deal. When Tomlin won, right? They had Wisenhunt and Dick LeBeau, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if Dick LeBeau wanted to come back and coach, which Steeler fan would not want Dick LeBeau back, right? Like everyone loves Dick LeBeau, right? Like, this whole coaching tree thing, it's not school, it's not college where you're there for 20 years and you're trying to create like dynasties and stuff like this. Like, it's the NFL, it's professional sport. His job is not to coach someone. I don't want a coaching tree. I want him to have people there that win the freaking game. Now, that's why I didn't like Arthur Smith. That's why after a year or two of Terrell Austin, I'm like, this guy's not the bloke. Like, look, do I think it's important to have young coaches that you can bring up and progress, like an Azani, the wide receiver coach and stuff? Yeah, it's helpful. But like, who cares, right? And I can't remember whether he brought in Kyle Dunbar or not. But like, if Kyle Dunbar goes to someone else, like, that's his coaching tree. I just think it's stupid. I actually liked Kaya Tomlin put out a post and she talked about her husband's coaching tree being his family. That's his coaching tree.
That one.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think it's a lot of BS. I think the coaching tree is a bit like, there's nothing behind when you say fire Tomlin and you just, the Steelers need receiver number 2, but you got to talk more about it. This is a talking point. They say hasn't had the coaching tree. To me, it's a talking point. There's nothing behind it, right? I think he's a good coach, and what he did was unbelievable.
Do we ever talk about Belichick's coaching tree?
No, we talk about him and his like young wife.
Oh man, he's Fruit Loop.
Talk about him and his like 27-year-old wife.
Yeah.
So we'll do a few more questions, then we're gonna get out of here because it's almost been our 2-hour show, which has been fantastic. Maddie, what's the best movie ever? It's a hard question. Fucking hell. Gene, mate. Ever.
Oh, I could rattle off like a top 10. The best movie ever. God.
That's hard.
But on what? Like a best action movie? The movie I can watch the most? Like, I don't know. The best movie ever.
I'll tell you what I have watched a few times.
I'll tell you one of my favorites. Movies.
Mm.
I love the first Zombieland. That is one of the best movies ever.
You like that Eric? His name Jesse. Is it? What's his name? The main character, Jesse. Someone.
He's not bad in that.
Is he? I don't know. Oh, you know who's the other?
Actually, the best movie of all time. I'm just gonna say because I loved it as a kid. Oh, it's a tough one. It's either Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade or it is Return of the Jedi. One of those two.
All right, the best movie.
But I love them as a kid. I love them as an adult. But like, I don't know. Favorite movie ever is really hard.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of him.
Yeah,
not a huge fan of him as an actor, to be honest.
Really?
Nah, I don't know.
He was good as Mark Zuckerberg.
I didn't see that. I didn't watch that. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of that bloke. What I do watch sometimes though, and someone put in the chat before is Groundhog Day. I know it's like
Oh, I
the
can't
movie-
watch that movie.
what? Because it
The
repeats itself
Ocean's
every
11.
time?
Ocean's 11 was a good one though.
Yeah, that's
It was
not
a good
bad. Why can't you watch Groundhog Day? Is it because it repeats
one. It
itself every day?
shits me. I get to like the
Yeah.
second or third one. I'm like, nah, can't do it.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of like those. Like, I don't
Yeah,
know.
Afton, that's the best indie. That's definitely the best indie. Absolutely.
Yeah, right. That's a fucking hard question though. The best movie ever.
So
And
Indiana
Tony's
Jones
right.
and the Last Crusade is a top movie. Like, oh, do you know another one? Like, and people are gonna divisive, but like also the video game helped the hype. But like GoldenEye back in the day, like that was,
True. I like shit like this one too. Back to the Future too.
Oh, do you know another one? My favorite,
Yeah.
Risky Business. Risky Business is a top 5 for me.
But these kind of movies, the soundtrack and stuff, you can watch it, just put it on the background or whatever. You're just chilling. Which part of Australia is hotter? Well, fucking 2 weeks ago it was hotter. We had, what was it in Fahrenheit? We had 110 degrees Fahrenheit. Is that right?
Yeah, man, that was insane.
105 Fahrenheit.
43.
What was it for you at where you at? Because it was fucking
43.
41 for me. 43 degrees. Fucking hell. What's that? 105 Fahrenheit. We had a heat wave for 3 days, 2 weeks ago. Fucking hot ass.
Did you guys have blackouts up there?
No.
We got a blackout at like 6 p.m. when it was like
fucking
44.
power station turned off because it's too hot.
Yeah.
And they had to
But
turn
that's
the
good to
aircon.
know, 'cause when
Everyone's pushing the aircon out like fucking. Ooh.
Well, this is the other thing too, because I'll probably be up this time next year. I would say I'm up your way. So
Are you gonna buy a house my way? Are you?
yeah,
We can do real life podcasts
that's it, man.
and go Back to the Future. That's pretty cool.
I can't. I've got an idea. Oh, I'll tell you off air about I finally came up with a name for the bar as well.
Jeez, see, Manny goes away for a bit. And he comes back fucking shooting big ideas. What the fuck? What do you mean? Like my story? Best blackouts. What is that a movie, or you mean like
called Blackout Power?
Yeah, like power. Like what do you Well, they call when you get drunk blackout, right? I can't remember them, to be honest. Well, mine's probably punching that guy in Vegas. That didn't like that.
Yeah,
you know about
that's
that?
one.
Yeah, I was climbing up this. I rode the escalator up the stairs, and then I thought it was my mate.
Oh, can I say
drunk,
this?
and
Can I
punched
say this?
him.
I don't want to embarrass you. I don't want to embarrass you though. If I say this.
So me at the wedding?
No, you were great at the wedding.
Oh, good.
No, you know when you were in Europe earlier in the season?
Yeah, I was drunk for a lot of that, and I went live a few times too.
No. And you know how you like had some good time with the Sheila?
No, I went on it. It was a date. It was like I met her for a beer. It wasn't a date though. But yeah, carry on.
No, wasn't there one like where you came back the morning after? I'm pretty sure.
Mate, this is a different live, mate.
Maybe.
Not my live. You're different live.
Maybe.
No, I went on it like on a date. It's like one night I was like, "Oh, do you want to hang out and get drunk tomorrow?" And she's like, "Yep." All right. And then she texted me and I was, "All right, cool." And then she's just fucking awkward as hell. Then I was probably too.
I just knew you'd been. I could just tell you'd been. Yeah.
I came back one after drinks from a night out drinking with a Russian bloke, and I went live, and it was me just in a neck.
My
brace.
favorite though was when you rocked up with the zinger. You're like, I'm in Europe with my zinger. That was
With your
cool.
what?
You had KFC. You had your zinger wrap or whatever.
Yeah. See, some things you should put your phone down and not go live for. And you're just like, nah, they'll love this. Click, and you're just like,
Make a wish,
"Hey."
kid. Make a wish, kid.
Yeah, I can't live that down. It's probably why I'll never get it on fucking big TV because it's in there. Yeah, vehicle routing. You never know. I do have a fan series coming out like later this year. Apparently, I did a big. When I was in Ireland, I had a film crew following me around for international fan
That's
series. Yeah, I had in Dublin. I had a big camera crew behind me, right? And the guy's like, when you walk down Dublin, just act natural. And I was like, fucking act natural. How am I meant to act natural with a big fucking camera behind me? You know, the guy knew Gosford. The cameraman was like, where you from? And I was like, oh, the coast. He's like, oh, Gosford. I went, yeah, that's where I was born. And he went, And I went, how'd you know fucking Gosford? Oh, I knew mates back there the day. I went, the fuck? Some Canadian guy living in fucking Ireland, camera guy, was like, oh, yeah, I know Gosford. I went, how do out of all of the coast, Gosford, where I was born. Anyways, so I went into bars and stuff.
My dad
And
was
they're
born at Gosford Hospital.
Yeah, fucking legends are born there, mate.
But he's
mate.
not a legend, but you're a legend.
Okay, thanks, mate. Anyways, so I'm in the bar, right? And this big fucking camera behind me. And as I'm fucking the camera behind me, walking around steel shirt on. And they're like, just like act natural and just go in and like talk to people and like, have a high five. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I could like walk to the random people that are still fans. And then I walk around and everyone's just looking at me going, who the fuck's this guy? Like, is he famous? I'm like, not famous. I walk past the guy, right? And he goes, who are you? And I went, hey, who the fuck are you? Like that. And he's like, what the hell? I was like, who are you? He's like, oh, mate, who are you? I said, I'm no one. And then like they probably dubbed the audio because I just like, I just got to like talk and like B-roll footage, just shake hands and high five. So great, so weird. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be aired on like Steelers.
Did you like an interview as well and stuff?
Yeah, it was great. 30. And also the guy in the hostel, because this guy was like just checked into the hostel and as I'm talking, we said, oh, mate, we're going to be about an hour. Are you okay? Yeah, that's fine. It's no worries. He was getting so shitty near the end. Like, somebody's feet, like, must have been a Ravens fan or something. Like, he was mad because when I was in the hostel. Yeah, like for 30 minutes.
I can't believe you hadn't had Guinness until you got there.
Oh, mate, I had like a tiny sip once. And then when I had the real thing, bro, it is amazing.
It's better there. I've had one in, I can't drink it anymore with the allergy, but I had it in London and it was really good in London.
In London. Yeah. This was a night that I went to bed because I thought that was a good idea. My podcasts are much better when I'm not under the influence because I do some risky things. I went to, after I had drinks with this Russian dude for like 3 hours because he was buying drinks in my hotel, right? I went to bed like 3:30 or something like that. And I had to wake up at 6:30 to do the Eagle's Nest, Hitler's like, tour. And I woke up like, oh no, I'm hungover and drunk. And I just had to go do it because I already paid like €70 for it, right? Yeah, 100%. And the internet lives forever, Maddie. We're on the internet. Few more things and we'll get out of here. Yeah, Jeans and Maddie, you're 100%. You are appreciated. So if you can.
No, I appreciate the fam. It's I missed you all.
Yeah, if you can come back somehow, some way. You just click notifications on Steelers, touch it under, talk about the draft or whatever. Fucking do a video and explode.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
What else? You said you have no power. That's a good one too. They Live, best fight scene, goes for like 6 minutes with Rowdy Piper. You haven't seen that movie, They Live?
No.
It's like a conspiratorial movie where you put glasses on and you see like everyone's like AI or whatever. And there's like messages when you see like this kind of can, you'll see Budweiser isn't Budweiser. It's like alcoholism, like, it's just like the real message behind it. And that fight scene goes for
the scene in the house with nobody is pretty good though.
In the house?
Yeah, and they kind of try and come and attack him. In Nobody. Have you seen Nobody?
No.
With the guy from Better Call Saul.
Don't know what it is, mate.
You should watch that. That's a good one.
I watch Steelers football. That's about it.
Yeah.
All right, let's get out of here. Thanks, Matty. Almost 2 hours.
College as well. Play lots of college.
Dude, haven't I? Fucking love that game. Did you have that game?
I had the first one. It shits me off. I don't like it.
Why? The scouting.
The scouting's great, but the gameplay is like, it's too erratic. I feel like I'm on speed, man.
Have we versed on Madden yet? Probably. I don't remember.
No, we have before, but not Madden 26.
I play college NCAA 26 more. I'm going to play it right now. I'm getting this guy to the Heisman.
Did you finish making HDU?
No, I haven't. I thanks for bringing that up, Matty. No, I haven't. Sorry, guys, out there. I've been so consumed because I just wanted to just chill out and play the college football game because scouting's fun and I'm building my guy called Mark Mavo. It's a joke with my mate, but Mark Mavison, joke on that, And I've got this guy almost to get. I'm getting like 300 fucking rushing yards a game. He's got 99 speed. He's unbelievable. Like NCAA is so much fun. I thought about it too. That's fucking fun too.
Do you know what's
yeah.
good? What's really good on there though is I downloaded the Age of Empires 4, and that's a good time.
On PC?
No, it's on PlayStation now.
Really? How do you do the controller though? Is it? I always find it needs to be a
no,
mess.
no, it's sweet. It's good.
I love it. We're just
It's
having
more
like
like Total War games. You know, the Total War games. It's more like that.
I love it because I haven't seen you for a long time. We're just having to catch up in front of everyone else. I love it. I think it's great.
There's a few questions I've got for you that I'm not asking in front of everyone, but yeah.
Oh, that's the best. I think that's so fucking fun. I haven't seen this bloke for a long time. All right. Teddy says thank you, Matt, Mark and Maddie. And yeah, hope everything goes well with you. And
Thank you.
dude, fucking full. That's good games. And yeah, hold on, it's gonna be fun too. But yeah, let's get out of here, man. 100%. Yeah, 100%.
Maddie will be back. Maddie will be back. Maddie's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, fucking oath. All right, man. Well, thanks for coming on the show, Maddie. And yeah, good.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for
topics. I just want to get off my chest that I'm seeing all these celebration videos around Tomlin, and the fact the guy's been there fucking 19 years, I just don't get it. Someone's been there 19 years, he's done something right, you know? Once or
the
twice.
thing that got me too is you can't watch the video they put up with the minute 47 with him and like and sit there and be like, I hated everything about his. Like, if you think that, man, like you got to sort. It's like you always say, like you got to get over a loss, like over a day or two. Like you let that rule your life, you got problems, bro.
The fact that the bloke went 19 years and he's going to be in the Hall of Fame, he's a legend, and he did such good things for the community. Just the sound bites we got, I would never, ever, ever, ever forget this.
Coach Tomlin.
Man, I'm fucking working.
How is that not funny? I'm fucking working. Like, I don't know. I just think there's videos out there of people who have channels and they're negative base and they just like F Tomlin, I'm glad he's gone. It's like, and it's
I like the sausage one too, when he's like, if you don't like we all like hot dogs, but we don't like how they're made.
No.
Like,
yeah, it's fucking true. Like, there's not a big enough blank check booster to fucking go to college or whatever he said, right? Like,
do you like my favorite all the Tomlinisms is like the it's not what you're capable of, it's what you're willing to do, man. That's just a metaphor.
That's very true. And that's
like,
people.
I think that like every time I have a tough day, I'm like, what am I capable of and what am I willing to do?
Yeah. DB, the Arsenal DB, he's told me he lives by that shit. Like,
same.
Do you think, I can't do that? And it's like, hang on a minute, yeah, I can. So, some good shit, man. Some good stuff.
Gene says 1 second. What's up? Gene's got one last thing.
Gene, put in the chat. But yeah, the negativity and like how bad he was by some fan base saying celebrate his leaving is just dumb to me. Deserves a bit of credit to on the way out, and I think that the players too, F those fans. We appreciate him, but the players themselves are like they were shocked, like they didn't know,
mate. You look at like how many people out there would go up against TJ Watt and he's going, no. Joe Porter Jr. is like having a heart attack. Like Aaron Rodgers is fucking like Aaron Rodgers has had half of America basically at him and didn't get upset. They got like was apparently crying. And that you know what? That huge crying stuff that shouldn't be told. We shouldn't know that detail. That I think
yeah. Because they try and play it as if they're weak, but it's more. It's like one.
Are they weak? Yeah. I don't think they're weak. I think
it's
like Aaron Rodgers is actually like in touch with who he is as a human being. I like it, man.
And he just came for him too. So yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it's those blokes with their side. They're ridiculous. I'm sorry. I'll never work with them. Still Twins, you do your own thing. I'll never work with you. You sent me something. Okay. Is it a picture? Oh fuck yeah, let's do it. It's a video. Hang on. All right, we'll do this video and then, this better not be naked women or something, Gene, and get me fucking banned.
Starting his OnlyFans.
No, it's a video of him at the game.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, because he was at the fucking playoff game. Wait a minute. I got to bring it this way because I can't figure it out. Hang on. Hold up. Wait a minute. Dude, I know I can play that. This copyright music.
Play the video and mute the sound from it.
Yeah, I can't. I don't know what music. I can't play it, but I'll play the French Toast. Yeah, it's got. How do I mute that?
Yeah.
But maybe the purpose is for the music. So there you go. Everyone imagine. I can't even play the music. I don't know if it's copyright. I'm not going fucking 2 hours to get
Oh,
striked.
is this the drone show? Is this the drone show?
Oh, was it?
I think so.
Steel cage match versus the Steel Twins. Oh, I can't handle them. I'm sorry. Sorry, Steel fans, Steel Twins, if you're listening. But you're not my content. You're fucking so negative. They're the Fire Tomlin side. They were cheering, absolutely cheering about them.
What happened to the Yins? Like the Yins.
Oh, dude. They lasted a good 3 episodes. I know. Oh, I can't even. Is it the drone? Was it drone show?
I think.
Wait, is that Steelers? Like, that's not meant to be there. Is that right?
I think that's the drone. I think that's the drone.
Jesus. So that's not normally there. Okay,
No,
that's pretty cool. Oh, I get it. That's be so hard to do.
I tell you what, though, if everyone thinks that was good, when I went to the Longhorns last year, their drone show was insane, man.
So what? Each individual light is a drone. Is that right? Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't even catch on to that. All right.
It's not like in China where they fall out of the sky and like kill people.
Because they try to gather information. Still didn't make me feel like I shouldn't laugh at that. I agree. Okay, I should not laugh at that. All right, let's get out of here. Thank you, Maddie. Thank you, crew. Thank you for everyone for 2 hours. But Maddie will be back soon. Maybe.
Trying.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Maddie. See you later. I'll see you guys later. Hey, Road. Left the light on. See you later.